Smooth.
All right, that was funny, right? This is Frank. That's your figure, right? That's you.
That's awesome.
All right,
Yeah,
listen,
cool,
man. Full disclosure, you got a couple other people on tonight because we got to we're stopping payment on the checks. The paid checks are stopping this week for these guys. They want to be part of this group. They don't want to show up to their required. What's the word I'm looking for, Rob? Their
weekly meeting.
Yeah, it's bullshit. Frankie Donati's over at RPMS Nationals, thinking who the frig he is. He should be here. So you know what that means is I got to run the pictures, talk a little bit, and then fucking look at the chat and try to do shit, which I'm not usually really good at. So if the chat's not as involved in like banners and stuff tonight, it's because Frank's not here. Definitely not getting paid this month, that bastard.
Don't
no
they have
check
contracts?
for Frank. What's that?
They don't have contracts like the.
You know what? There's a clause in there that if he misses a live cast like this because he's got to go to some show, he forfeits his whole paycheck for the month. Stan Tucci's dressing up in some outfit tonight, wherever he is. And Justin is doing Justin things. So instead, we got Frankie Perone in here. We got Russ Clark, and we got Brian Denklau. And we're going to celebrate the life of Frankie Blanton tonight.
I'm sorry.
The modeling life of Frankie Blanton. There's more people coming in. It's going to be a light night tonight because there's a lot of people.
Bill Moore's in here. He's at the Nationals. Why can't Frankie be in
Bill?
here?
Yeah, there's Bill. See, Bill Moore, we were just talking about Bill. Everybody's at the Nationals, so we're having our little pre-Nationals party. Frank's already partaked in a little bit of scotch. Believe it or not, Rob Adams is actually sober, which is odd because he's usually drunk by now. And Denklau is definitely not partaking in anything either, so which is a good thing. And look at Frankie Perone, man. This guy, he's losing weight. He looks good. He stopped fucking modeling for like 3 months. He's just 3D printing shit. He's kind of on sabbatical. Rob Adams hasn't built a model in months. I don't even know how he even participates in a modeling podcast. Doesn't even know what's going on in the fucking community.
I know what the fuck is going on.
All right, what's going on right now? Tell me, what's
I'm
going
listening to you drone on about fucking me. That's what's going on.
Oh, look how defensive he's getting all of a sudden. I'm sorry. Ooh, touch the nerves.
Ain't having no more of that.
Well, Frankie Blanton's with us. And you know what's funny? Frankie Blanton sends me pictures, and then he sends me like his bio. And I'm like, Frank, this is not like some pre-written bio that I'm going to read out. You're going to be on the show. You're going to talk about yourself a little bit, for God's sake. Everybody knows Frankie Blanton in the modeling community. If you don't, you've been under a rock for a long time. But we're going to have a good time tonight. Like I said, I don't know what the numbers are going to be. Like, look at this. Even John Hale, Big John Hale's here. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't really read the chat too good. But Big John Hale is here. You guys can lead the chat. Even though you guys aren't like admins, you guys can probably read the chat, right? I think. Or no? You can't?
Yeah, I can see the chat.
Ford Andriano is here. Right, the leftovers. Right, so we're doing good here. So we're going to have fun. So the room's filling up a little bit. We're not going to get the numbers as usual because a lot of people are at the Nationals doing their own thing. They think they're all special. But we're going to be, we're like the anti-social group tonight. We didn't go to the Nationals. We're having our own little party. Right, Denklau?
Absolutely.
All right, so we're going to have some fun. So Frankie Blanton is the guest of honor tonight. He is the man of the hour and a half. 90 minutes. Wow, and my wife is walking around doing the laundry. She's doing good. Sorry, Deb.
Can't see a thing.
I'm gonna. If I get hit, if you see me like have a jerk like this, that's me getting hit with like something in the head. Come on, say hello, Deb. Hold on. She's all disheveled. This is everybody hears me talk about Debbie on the podcast.
I've seen.
Stick your head in and say hello, Deb.
You've seen. Hey, Deb.
Where am I?
Call me sometime.
What's up,
Hi,
Deb?
Call me.
everybody. Have
Call
fun.
me,
Deb.
Deb.
All right, there's Deb.
Do not let him speak ill of me.
I will.
Perish the thought. Perish the thought.
We're gonna.
He would never do that.
Oh my God! All right, so we are gonna. There's Deb, Mrs. Riv. She's putting up with me lately. Fabulous. She's fabulous tonight. She's got to clean the toilets a little better. She's slacking. All right, so we're gonna get going here. All right, so let's have some fun. And I'm gonna try to do. Look at the chat. So this is where you guys are gonna come in. Rob Adams, maybe you could fucking fill in. That's why I brought Brian Denkel on. This guy hosts a very fucking serious podcast. He's a great interviewer. So I figured maybe we get Brian on too. Russ doesn't talk too much. Russ is here for like
Moral support.
support. And Frankie Blanton, he'll jump in. Right.
I'm like a tire plug. I'm just filling holes.
All right, but all joking aside, so Frankie Blanton, Frankie Blanton, I know Frankie for a long time. He's a great guy. I'm not eulogizing you, Frank. You're not dead.
No,
I'm just gonna say this. Know Frank a long time. Frank's a great modeler, does really good stuff. Frank is the reason why we do cold openings on the podcast. Oh, look who's joined us remotely really quick before we even get started.
Hey.
Frankie
Hey, Frankie.
We got three
fucking
Franks
Donati
tonight.
is here.
Frank Donati from Action News, reporting from the front lines of IPMS National.
Frank, you know what? Now I gotta pay you this month. Originally, because you didn't show up, I wasn't paying you, but now I gotta pay you.
I want it
I'm
in blood,
surprised.
motherfucker. Everyone say hi to Rob and the boys. Hi, Rob.
There's everybody. We're broadcasting live right now.
Yeah, there's 22 of us in the house. This is the ones that are still standing. So.
All right, well, Frank, you can stay on for a little while. But I was just getting ready to start to talk to Frankie Blanton. You're more than welcome, even though you're on vacation right now. This is an approved vacation. Well, it wasn't really approved, but we're gonna say it was approved vacation. And we got Logan Hansen,
See, I knew we were gonna have to see
Adam
his ass.
Jackson. Look at this guy. See, we're all missing this here.
Here, hang on. I'll take you around for a little bit.
Hold on. Let's just before we start with Frankie, let's see everybody there. Who's there?
Let's get a tour.
Let's get a tour of the IPMS. This is the Donkey Punch Villa Part 3 over there.
So this is the pond where if you don't behave, you sleep with the fishes.
That's pretty cool that there's a pond. Frankie, you would have jumped in that pond. Frankie,
There's Riv's cottage. We call it the Riv House.
Ah, nice.
It's nice.
Oh, we lost Frank.
No,
there he
sorry.
is.
I'm just trying to.
Who else is there? Hold on. Well, just give us a quick tour of all the participants there. Is Jeff Hearn there?
Hang on. So we got Logan, right? We got Mark. We got Steve Munzel, the dude. We got Mike. We got Stuart Malone. We got Mike Petty.
Mike Petty.
We
Mike
got
Petty.
this. We got a degenerate. Yes, Mike Petty. We make a lot of petty jokes, little ones. Like he was walking in front of me, and I said, "Yep, Petty's in the lead, fucker."
All right.
All right.
Wow,
So-
look at this house.
Nice.
I know, right?
Wow.
Look at dude. The
Forest,
last thing I need to see is the
like
side
Jeff Hearn.
profile of Jeff Hearn right now. Live on air. And Mike McElhaney. Look at Mike. Hold on. Put Mike on screen because he's live on YouTube right now. Is that Jose Rodriguez sitting over there? All right, look at Mike. At least Mike McElhaney's got his fucking pants on now.
And for those of you who don't know, we've got international MMA fighter Bas Rutten from Holland right here.
Nice.
We got Navy, we got Marines, we got Army, harmoniously. We got the world famous.
Oh my God, it's Brian Miller. Holy shit. I thought his wife took him out. You're still alive.
We got Mason visiting from SoCal.
Mason, how we doing, Mason? I don't know if I know Mason. I can't say anything bad about him.
The parking lot looks like
Dude, I'm a little jealous. Frankie Blanton, are you jealous we didn't make it to IPMS?
I mean,
they got
that's
this
a-
fucking
that is
setup here?
That is an epic love shack.
Look
right
at this
there.
place. This is Stuart Malone, and everybody in the chat right now, and anybody watching right now knows that who knows that like Stuart Malone gets like the best house.
Charlie's plastic models are here. Look at
Holy
this.
moly.
Look at Charlie. What's going on?
Wait. There's still some more coming. Oh,
Hold on.
You
Was
like
that
this?
Ian? That was Ian, right?
That was Ian. This is Stuart's bed.
Oh, look, you turn a light on, they
Look,
scatter.
look. You see this?
Cockroaches.
These are the teeth marks from Stuart when I take care of him at night.
I knew it was going to get a
I
little.
told
more
Stuart he better
erotic
sleep
in
on
that
his
house.
back. He's gonna wake
Hey,
up with
guys.
a big red shanker on his ass.
How do you know you were at Nationals when your closet?
Look at these guys.
Wow.
Man, I am
What's
like,
your
I am like,
waist
I am.
dash?
If anybody in the chat right now, if anybody's not or watching this at some point, not jealous, not being out there, Rob Adams is having FOMO right now, big time.
I'm a little
I
jealous.
was supposed to be there.
Look at this kitchen too.
But these are my other kits that I
I feel like
pre-purchased.
we're watching like an episode of MTV Cribs.
Yeah, hold on,
Right.
we're not done yet.
But
know,
it's like
right?
it's like
I'm
it's like
expecting
the
to see-
IPMS national.
Hold
Like,
on.
once, like it's like two old models
So,
with grown men.
right?
I'm
The
expecting
repair
to see
shop.
Redman walk into the
house.
frame.
This is the repair shop, and guys are showing off their kits, and we work on them, we put them back together. So
Not
that-
even an invite to this thing, man. I wasn't even invited. Didn't
Oh,
even get
shut
asked
up.
to go. Very disappointed.
I wish I
Anybody's
could count
joining
the
now
amount of
late, we're just
times
getting a
that
tour
you've
of the
said that to me,
Donkey
Rob,
Punch
but I
Villa.
don't have enough fingers and toes.
Before we
Look at
start
that.
with Frankie Blanton, this is supposed to be.
Yeah.
Look at this. It's like
Jeez.
it's
like a college storm.
Dude, I would have had dibs on the top bunk somewhere. I would have loved to hang out. Look at this, like a
Wait
video
a minute,
game.
that's
Hear that?
much
You heard it
better
here
than
first,
Brad's
folks. Rob
basement.
Riv likes to be a top.
and then we got believe it or not, so Brad Belsheim has
Yeah,
to
I knew
stay
it.
in it. He's in his he right there, and then Dr. Dave is keeping him away from the rest of us.
Dude, I
Yeah,
love what
good.
Misi
Yeah.
just
Dark
said. So many
basement.
senior citizens in one place pretending to be young again, and it's so
How many
true.
gallons of
Hey,
Geritol do
listen.
you
Yeah,
guys
look-
have?
The first thing we did when we got here, we all pulled out our medication. Who's got what dosage? Who's got do not resuscitate papers, so we know what not to
Right,
do.
you had your
Yeah.
Yep.
your,
You have like
you have like your pill box out there that's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday on it, so you know when
yeah,
to
do you have a
take it.
whiteboard there with instructions? You guys write everything out so you know who
Bring
gets
out your
it,
dead.
you know.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm
Emergency
looking at
contact,
Rob Adams'
always.
face. Rob Adams has a look of severe
Oh,
disappointment on his face.
oh,
No, I'm not
Rob.
kidding, Rob.
Yeah, you know,
I'm
look at it.
watching you, Rob. I see it in your eyes, man. You can't make every show, man. It's not easy. You can't get to
Amps
that.
is coming,
Right.
Rob. Amps
It's a
is
hell of a
coming.
journey. It's a hell of a
It's a
journey
big
for
journey.
me to get to any of those shows. Yeah.
Tell
Man,
Jose
that's cool.
Rodriguez. Hold on. Say Jose. Riv said lose my number. And Jefe, you're my hero, man. I love you. Look at that guy, man. How could you not love that guy right there? He's a great guy. Fantastic. We love him. He's holding his gun right now. Dude, we're on YouTube, dude. We're gonna get kicked
Go
off.
for
Don't
it.
show that.
No, you're not going to get kicked off.
All right.
It's a prop,
Thank
it's a
you,
prop, it's a
thank
prop.
you, Frank, for being here. And you know, just tell Steve Munzel that I'm still, expecting a payment.
Stuart.
Stu Malone,
Hey,
you outdid
Stuart.
yourself again. Your 5-star rating or whatever it is with the fucking Airbnbs, man, pays off. These guys are reaping the benefits of your perfect score.
I have
Just like these guys hightail on my back. They want my good reputation, and not only in the hobby but in the world. These guys are fucking right. That's why they want to hang out all the time.
I have one question for you, Frank.
What's that?
How many RSOs are in that house?
That's true.
Actually, you know what? I think there's only 2.
Wow.
But,
Yeah,
but
okay.
ask me how many Magic Factory A4s and how many B-24 Liberators
Yeah.
and Chaffies are in this house, because
Wow.
there's a lot.
Chaffee's is the bomb.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Well, listen,
good.
we're going to get started. Stay on with us, Frankie. Well, we're going to talk to Frankie Blanton now, all right? So, Mr. Blanton, I'm sorry you got interrupted by the live
No, that was
walk
good
around by
stuff.
Frankie Donati, which we're happy
Yeah.
he did come on because that was a lot of fun. So why don't you do this? People watching know who Frankie Blanton is. If you don't, you've been under a rock, like I was saying.
Yep.
But Frankie, give a little this is, you're an old guy, so we don't have enough time if you go all the way back to when you were a
Yeah.
kid building. But just give us a
Yeah.
brief synopsis.
It was a
of what
dark
you've
and
been doing.
stormy night. No, first of all, Rob, I want to say congratulations to you on the podcast, 50 episodes for the Modeling Insanity
50, yeah,
podcast.
salute, huh?
I was kind of in on the somewhat early days of the Modeling Miscreants podcast. And, how
And
I met
episode
you.
4 was.
Right. That's how I met you and the rest of the guys. And
Yeah.
then, of course, the Modeling Insanity podcast was born out from that and was on episode 4. Been modeling since I was 8 years old. I'm retired, 61 years old. Been retired for 2 years. I'm building models several hours almost every day. Listen to a lot of podcasts, go to a lot of shows. I'm also a founding member of the Central Virginia AMPS chapter.
You're full of bullshit, Frank.
Me and
It's
John
Mike
Robinson.
Petty.
Yeah, I
Mr.
see
Mike Petty,
Petty.
former president of AMPS.
Yep.
Well, that's why I'm wearing the AMP shirt. It was a rule of the house.
Yeah,
That's right. Well, I got mine on.
even in an IPMS event.
Hell yeah.
Representing
So,
AMPS.
That's right.
Central Virginia AMPS was, I think, the second or third chapter to form in 1998 when John Robinson, another friend of ours, we formed that chapter.
Okay.
I basically enjoy doing armor and some sci-fi subjects when it comes to things like Star Wars or Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah.
And but interestingly enough, my first models that were given to me by my father when I was a kid were automotive cars, promotional cars for a product line, automotive products from Malco Products of Barberton, Ohio, and they sponsored a famous drag racer, George Montgomery, called him Ohio George, and I got several of those promotional cars to build, and that's kind of how it got started. So, I've just been enjoying it ever since.
Nah, man, Frankie, you're really, you're an important person in the hobby, great friend. We've been good friends for a long time, and you do great work. And and I love that you do not only the armor, but you also dabble in the sci-fi. You love the sci-fi, and I know there's a couple of pieces we're going to take a look at. One in particular that took you a few years to do, the Millennium Falcon from Fine Molds, right? That's not even the Bandai one. That's the Fine Molds kit.
Yeah, that goes back.
The one that
ways.
came out beforehand.
Yep. Yeah, we had to put Mike Petty on the roof coming back from an IPMS Nationals in Columbus, Ohio.
He was like
to
Aunt
fit the
Edna
box
sitting up
in the
there with
van.
the luggage.
Yeah, we had to put somebody out, and that's the only way to get the box in the van. Yeah, so the hobby for me starting out was a way to connect with my father because he had given me those model kits when I was about 8 years old. And then as I grew a little bit older, I started hearing some of my dad's stories from being in World War II. He was an MP with the 29th Infantry Division. And I don't know, I've always had a thing for construction equipment, tractor trailers, heavy equipment. So military subjects and tanks, that just I sort of just kind of fell into that. And now it's really a creative outlet for me.
Yes.
So
Yep.
I got to do the banners too because Frank isn't here, so I'm randomly picking one.
yeah.
And I realized I picked one that says "Paint your models, don't be a riv." Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Frankie, you do great work, and we're going to look at your stuff. And I want these guys to jump in and ask some questions. So before we get started to show Frankie's exceptional work, Brian, Frankie, Russ, anybody?
Yeah, I got a question,
Rob?
Frank. So you said you started when you were 8, and you got those early models from your dad, which is righteous. I have the same kind of connection with my stepdad as well. He's fucking that's where it starts, baby. And my question for you though was that like in that whole span, that whole length of time from then to now, did you ever really have like a break or a period of time that was maybe not necessarily a choice of yours, but like life circumstances or whatever came into play?
Yeah, I sure did. I think like all of us, when I got close to, I was in high school, I started chasing girls and, working on my own first car and everything. And that drew me away from it for several years, probably 5 or 6 years, but then I jumped right back into it after that, and I've stuck with it ever since. It's a big part of my life. And my wife, I'm lucky, she's very, very supportive of the hobby, and she gave me a display case as an anniversary gift one year, so
Nice.
I'm lucky. I'm blessed with a wife like that.
Dude, when you have a supportive wife or significant other, shall say, it makes it that much easier, especially when you sit in the room for hours. Your wife, listen, man, I'm going to say this. Full disclosure. Like I'm in the model, when I'm in my model room, I'm in my basement. My wife's upstairs. I'm like tucked away in the back corner. You're like building on the same landing as your wife while she builds her puzzles. So it's a little different for Frankie Blanton.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. But pretty
it's
soon,
going to be different in his new house.
Yes, in my new house, I'll have my own room. Now, I was trying to carve out a spot for her puzzle table because I like having her close by. You know, it's nice.
Don't pull a Steve Andriano with me, Frank. Don't
Yeah.
do it. Don't do it. No, you can say it. She's behind you. I know. You
No.
She's a great
Say how
person.
you really feel now. Badmouth her a little bit, Frank. Can you do it for me?
I can't.
Oh, come on. I can't
way this
badmouth
works.
Deb right now. She was good. I'm going to get hit in the side of the head.
So-
No,
Sometimes-
Nancy's great, Frank.
What's that?
Nancy's great.
No,
Yes, she
she's awesome.
great.
Nancy is great. All right, so Frankie, anything for Frankie Blanton, Russ, Rob,
Yeah,
anybody? Frankie
I got
Donati?
something. Because there's 3 Franks in the room, I really want Frankie Blanton to explain to the world how difficult it is to be a Frank, to be someone that, men want to be, women want to be with, and the burden that we Franks have to carry for the rest of you guys is to, to be paragons and virtuous and
That's right.
leaders.
Dashing, debonair,
Handsome.
Right,
Yeah.
we put that shit on everything.
And you know what? And I will say this though, it's
Just
very
don't
nice
cross
to
the
see.
streams.
It's nice to see you and Frankie Donati, Frankie Blanton, finally getting along after your little litigation that happened with the whole Frank the Tank thing that went on there for a little while.
What?
Who had Frank the Tank first? Where did it come from? Who's the real Frank the Tank?
Oh.
There was litigation going on. There was some settlement outside of the courts you guys came to.
I was not aware of this.
How are you not
Frank.
aware of it? You got Frank the Tank in the name right now, for God's sake, right,
Well-
Frankie Donati?
It's Mr.
So
the Tank.
in my high school yearbook grad photo in 1986, I am called Frank the Tank Donati.
That's awesome.
And then Frankie was calling himself Frank the Tank, and I deferred and said, I will no longer carry that banner until you're ready to surrender it, Mr. Blanton.
See?
He's
I
Frank
told
the
you, it
Tank,
was a
and I'm Big
settlement.
Daddy.
Well, all right, Big Daddy. So here's my story. First of all, the moniker I'm using on this podcast was my given name by Adam Jackson, Mr. the Tank. Somehow it's kind of evolved that way. But I was in world geography class in 1982 when I was in high school.
82.
Yep, listening to a lecture from the teacher, and I'm busy drawing out a Yog Panther in my notebook. And Coach Lammy, he was a short guy, but he had big Popeye arms, and he came around, and as he was giving his lecture, he was walking around the room talking to the students, and I didn't hear him come up on me and look over my shoulder thinking I was taking notes, and I'm drawing a really nice, sketching out a nice Yog Panther. And he said something in his big booming voice. He grabs my notebook and he says, and if you don't take right notes, you lose. Isn't that right, Frank the Tank? And he threw my book out the window at a 3rd-story schoolhouse.
Is that where Frank the Tank came from?
Yes, that's Coach Lammy, 1982, gave me that name at Benedictine High School. It
Dude,
was
that's a great story.
This is
Awesome.
junior ROTC school, all males. We had a St. Gertrude school, was all female, 2 blocks down the street.
Perfect.
And I took an art class in my junior year, so I could go down and at least see
All right.
girls.
Well, we're gonna start looking at some of Frankie Blanton stuff, and
Yeah,
we're gonna start off with Frankie Blanton's award-winning AMPS Nationals Best Commonwealth picture.
Come on.
Chromo, right?
Oh, that was
Here
great.
it is.
build.
So, listen, thank you guys. So this model was originally given to me by our friend Stephen Reed
Ah,
at AMPS 2023. He had won it in the raffle. I was standing next to him, and he's looking at it, and he's looking at it like something he found to the bottom of his shoe, right? And he's shaking his head, and I'm like, "What's up, Mike? That's a cool kit. I've built it a couple times." And he's like, "Yeah." He goes, "I'm never going to build it." And he hands it to me. He puts it in my hands and starts to walk away. And I said, "Stephen, thank you very much." And then I realized this box is really heavy. So later that evening, I open up the box. We're back in the hotel room, and I go through it. It's got full tracks in there. It's got Panzer Art stowage. It's got Panzer Art sandbags.
Nice.
On
this
the hull,
is the Tamiya
it's-
kit.
Yeah, this is the Tamiya kit.
It's a nice
It's got
kit,
all
man,
these
kid.
extras and everything in
It's a
there,
great
right?
kit.
Like that's why the box is so heavy. So Yeah, it had a set of Warriors damaged Cromwell road wheels. Wasn't that one of Chris Morosco's product lines, Warriors?
Yeah.
Yep. Well,
Yes.
one of the time, yeah.
So, yeah, man, and I built it. You know, the only thing I didn't use that wasn't in the box were the tow cables that I added some.
Yeah, they're a little
Karaya.
rough, but
Yeah, I used some Karaya
Right.
tow cables on
I
that.
love the sandbags and stuff on the front. I really like it, Frankie. It looks really good.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
great.
You
This
did a
looked
good
great
job with the
live, too, in
sandbags.
real life.
Thank you.
I
I
don't
took
have glasses on. I got to move forward. So
No, it's
took
beautiful.
this to Amps and got a perfect score. It didn't do real well at Amps Atlanta, which is interesting.
But
I was
okay,
comparing my judging sheets.
Frankie will tell you, Verone, he'll tell you the difference between shows. It doesn't matter. Different
I know.
shows, different shit happens,
Right.
man.
Different
I know.
Some
As
shows.
long
shows
as
they
I've
love
been
it, some
going to
shows they
shows,
don't,
I've
vice
seen it.
versa. Yeah.
Yep,
That's
I've seen it.
That's a great picture. That's a great shot right there.
Thank
Mm-hmm.
you. Yeah, all these I took with my phone. I got some picture taking tips from Rob Riv this evening. We were starting up doing the sound checks.
Well, you know, I got to break your bull. I got to break everybody. You know, some people people like when I ask them to come on, they're like, you know, I don't take great pics, man. I'm like, I ain't dude, it's breaking your balls. I'm just gonna break your balls a little bit.
Yeah.
So the sandbags and everything, that was also Panzer art.
Yeah, that's a Panzer Art accessory.
Wow,
In fact,
okay.
none of the packaging for these items were in the box, and I had to go back and research when I was doing my research document for Amps Atlanta and Amps International show to figure out where these accessories came from to list
like
them on the document. Yeah, I thought it's a very nice set.
Not much to stop a stray bullet from hitting you beside the gun there, eh?
Yeah, no kidding.
Well,
Right
What
in
about
there.
the figures? Where are the figures from?
So the figures I think one of the guys is definitely, I think, ResiCast, the guy that's the loader. I think that's a ResiCast figure.
Okay.
The driver is that's definitely I believe that's ResiCast as well. The commander figure, I think that's a Tamiya figure with the hornet head that I put on there.
Yeah. Okay.
And
That's definitely the haunted figure. That's definitely a haunted head
Mhm.
next to the commander, like I guess in the loader hatch or whatever.
The
one on the left.
infantryman is a Tamiya infantryman with an aftermarket head that had a helmet with netting on it. And I think that was Hornet also.
Let's see if we can get another picture side of this.
I use a lot of Hornet heads. I just find that it's easier to do conversions on that. Now,
Hornet gives good head.
Yeah.
So, Frank, are those the decals?
Yeah, I was going to get into that. So the model was totally painted with Mission Models olive drab, which I was trying to make it a little more closer to the British version of olive drab. So I actually add a little bit of yellow into the paint mix, and I'm happy with it. Those are the kit decals, and I used the Tamiya Mark Fit Strong when I used Tamiya decals, and that star on top of the turret. I probably put 4 or 5 applications of Mark Fit on there. I just brush it on there and walk away, and I'll leave it all day, and I'll come back and do it again. And I don't touch it. The Mark Fit is great for Tamiya decals. I think it's formulated for their stuff. And you remember those decals from the Tamiya kits from the 90s. Those decals are pretty thick.
Yeah, they're still thick.
They're still thick.
Yeah.
They're still
yeah,
thick.
but not as bad though.
I don't know, man. They're still pretty thick compared to most models. I mean, when companies like IBG and Mini Art make better decals than Tamiya, I mean, that tells you something, right?
Yeah, but Tamiya decals are durable. I keep saying that.
Oh God,
I believe that's why they do it that way, so the average person doesn't fuck them up.
All right, so this is what we're gonna do here, and I know it's gonna cause a problem, but we got to do it because we always talk about it. So I love the way you came to the finished weathering on this, but talk to me and walk me through it. What paint did you use, and what color did you use?
All right, so it was primed with Mission Models primer.
Oh God. Oh, my
Yep.
chest
Mission
pain's
models
hard.
primer. Yeah.
Oh,
Every
Maron.
time you say it, I grow stronger, Frank.
Yeah.
Moly,
Keep going,
mission
sorry.
models.
Mission models olive drab mixed with a little bit of mission models yellow.
Mhm.
Once all that was laid down, I used a little bit of VMS gloss clear for where I was going to do the decals, and then
So hold
I'm
on.
sorry.
So what's the green that you? I mean, I'm all joking aside about the mission
Yeah,
models.
yeah.
What's
I
the
used
colors? Is there like a specific like British armor color they have?
Well, so the British color for olive drab was so close to U.S. olive drab. I just used the U.S. olive drab.
Okay.
And I
Lighten
lightened
with
it.
yellow.
Yeah, I just lightened it a little bit just to warm it up a little bit with yellow. And I think I was thinking that maybe I wanted to go with like a bronze green, but they didn't really use, bronze green on those like they did on the later stuff. So once the decals were dry and everything, I went back over them with some clear gloss. And once that was dry, I took VMS matte and gave the model a coat of that. I picked out the stowage with various paints. Some of it's Vallejo. Some of it is scale 75 artist acrylic paints, which I started using particularly on my figures. And they're the artist acrylic tube paints.
There you go.
I'm loving those.
Oh, so you're using scale 75 in the airbrush?
Of course. Not yet.
Oh,
We'll be experimenting with it in the airbrush this week.
Can.
But I'm using
I have experience, Frank. I got experience with that. You can talk to me if you have questions.
Perfect.
If you're using the droppers, I have so much, man.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep.
I use the tube paint.
Yeah, I'm talking about the tube paint.
Yeah.
Because
so
I have both. But
yeah.
So what do you Rob Adams, what are you thinning that with?
I was using Vallejo thinner, I believe.
Okay, is that like a alcohol thinner?
No, it's like a pure acrylic type thinner. It's sort of like a Liquitex thinner.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If you're familiar with Liquitex, you are because you're an
I
artist.
sprayed all the flesh colors of that sexy Mandalorian girl with it. Big one.
Nice.
Gotcha.
Nice.
The one you lost.
I use a
No, I didn't lose it. It's still here. It just broke. It got broken.
Oh, I thought who'd you lose? You lost somebody.
Those are different.
Who's her at one point? She was lost. I thought you lost somebody.
I might have.
Getting in the weeds here, guys.
Sometime. So, Frankie, the stowage on the back, like the bedrolls and stuff, is that all mission models too?
No.
Okay,
So
that's done with a brush, or is that done with the airbrush?
No, most of that stuff was primed and painted with an airbrush, and then so while I was doing my washes and pin washes and everything on the vehicle, I did my stowage the same way. And I glued that stowage down and then just picked it out after everything was painted in the various colors. So I used a mixture of Vallejo paints, some of it's mission models, and using a brush on some of it, especially with some of the washes and all.
Oh, certainly. Those all edge highlighted accents.
Yeah. So, I heard about these special dry brushes from England.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked into it and I was like, wow, that's really expensive for 3 brushes. So I did some experimenting and I went to the drugstore and I found a set of makeup brushes. And what's interesting about the artist dry brushes, they're rounded on the bottom, like a pom-pom, right?
Yeah.
Well, makeup brushes are the same. They're rounded on the bottom. Now it may not be.
They just shed their hairs a little bit. That's the problem.
Yes. And that's not a big deal. I mean, that's what they make tweezers for, right? And I haven't really had any problems with mine shedding at all. So for $14, I got a set in a metal box. There's 5 brushes in there. They're various sizes. And I used artist oil tube paints. A product called, I think it's Unbleached Titanium by Winsor & Newton. Put it on a little, squeeze it out on a piece of cardboard, let the linseed oil drain out a little bit. And I just came back and just did a dry brush very lightly over everything. And once that was dry, I put a final coat of flat clear on it and called it a day.
I just realized
Oils can make
that
such a great effect. Sorry, Rob. What?
No, I realized that the Amps logo had like pot plants in the Amp sign. Is that like pot
No, it's just jungle.
It's the jungle, bro.
Junglery.
You sure it's the jungle?
Yes.
It looks like pot plants to me.
I mean, they do grow pot plants in Vietnam. But
No, look at Frank.
It
Look
does
at
kind
this.
of it does kind of grow naturally across the majority of the planet. So.
You did a really good job on this, man.
Thank
you really
you.
did. That's a
Yeah,
real,
outstanding work, Frankie.
you did a
Thank
nice
you.
job
That
on the
was,
bass. I like the nameplate that you did. I mean, it's a lot of. There's a lot of. What else? Can you fit 6 of them on there? 6 regiments or whatever? It's like
Well, that's the British for you, man. I mean,
it's like the 5th
you
Royal
know.
Tank Regiment, 22nd Armored Brigade,
Yep.
7th Armored Division.
Yep.
Norman.
I got one more for you, Frank. The ground effects, the grasses, and all that stuff. Was that all hand placed tufts of product? Or?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and that's why I tend to keep my bases small and kind of tight. That shit's expensive, you know. It's sill floor. I took a page out of Steve Zaloga's book years ago when he was using a lot of that stuff on his pieces. I used to go to the Amps Aberdeen club meetings when I worked up in Delaware every few weeks, and a lot of times I'd be up there working, and there'd be an Amps meeting, so I would go over to it, and you know, they would have kind of like a show and tell period, and I listened to Steve talk about using these sill floor grass tufts from Scenic Express. So I bought a whole bunch of that stuff.
Sweet.
Gamer's Grass. You can go to a gamer store, and
Right.
Gamer's Grass is really coming out with some really nice stuff too. You just have to be very careful about the colors you pick. I try to find colors that aren't so saturated and vivid. I try to find the more muted colors. And
that was my next question: was that do you paint it like
no?
Night Shift will black base or brown base all of his stuff and then pull it back out. I was curious.
Right.
Yeah.
That's and he does a great job with that. I find that's a little bit labor intensive. I will take usually 3 different links and maybe 2 different types of or species of grass or plants or whatever, and I just put a little bit on there for a suggestion, and then let people's imagination go from there.
Cool.
So, yeah, and then the rest of the base itself is, I use a product called Aves Cliche. It's a finely ground paper mache product. Everybody here have Nestle's Quick Mix. Remember that? Nestle's chocolate milk mix. This paper mache is ground as fine as that.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
It's super fine. And you can tint it with acrylic paint if you want. It's not
as you're mixing it together, right?
Or like,
right. And you don't have to add glue to it.
Grit dye.
Okay.
It's got adhesive in there, so you don't need to add any
binder
glue
built
to it.
in. No shit.
Right. And you just you put it on the base. So I use styrofoam and XPS extruded foam board for my base. And if I'm building up contours, I'll use scrap pieces that's just sort of broken apart, and then I'll toothpick it in place with a little bit of matte medium gel so it dries, and then I'll put my groundwork over top.
Doesn't crack at all on you, Frank?
No, it doesn't. I'll tell you the trick to get it so it doesn't crack is you don't put it on real thick.
Okay.
So you build up the underside instead of using clay shade to build that up. You actually use chunks of styrofoam scrap to build that up.
Right.
And then work it in over top of that.
Yeah, Frankie, this is a bang-up job. Well deserving of the best Commonwealth.
Thank you.
This year. You took it. You took the award from Sean Picard won it last year. Prior year.
I was against Sean this year, from what I understand. And I think Brad Belsheim.
Oh, well, Brad Belsheim was the DEI guy. Like he had to get into consideration. Like there was like an unwritten thing. Like we have to be inclusive. So we're gonna let this serial killer come in and be part of that.
Right.
Poor Brad. He didn't even need to defend himself. He's at the Docky Punch Villa right now, isn't he? Look at hold on. Look at this. Steve Munzel.
Hey, Steve.
From Value Gear. Hold on. Speak. Hold on, Frank. You're muted.
What's up, Rob?
Mr. Munzel, Value Gear Munzel over here.
Steve, I love your work.
The dude is here, people.
Hey, you know, if you ever need
we're going to go to the 6th spot. Hold on, we gotta go to the 7 spot or something here. I'm
you
all
ever
over
need
the
some
place.
mediocre ass value gear, you know where to go.
All right, everybody here, Mr. Steve
come on.
Munzel from Value Geek. Thanks for the invite, guys. I appreciate
So you got
the invite
Rib,
to come hang
you got
out.
Frank Blanton, you got Brian Denklow right there, you got Rob, Papa Puff, Adams, you got Russ, the heavy metal modeler, you got Frankie Perrone. So you got 3 Franks, and the rest don't score.
I love Frankie Perrone.
We all love Frankie Perrone. And lots of love to Mr. Denklow.
Oh, yeah, I love Frank Blanton too.
Yeah.
Steve, do me a favor. You got to take a side-by-side with D-Ran again at the show. We got to see who's who.
You know, I put out a sign that says, Darren Cook autographs $5. Somebody scratched it out and said free, so I scratched it out and put $50.
The Podfather, Dave Goldfinch, was on with them at the bar, and the scream went on him, and I thought it was you for a second. I'm like, wait a minute, that's D-Ran.
Well, I told him if Darren wasn't coming, I'll sit in anytime. So.
Sitting on the Geeks podcast over there?
Yeah.
Those guys are good.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, well, it is what it is. Well, Steve, listen, man, you got a very good reputation. I don't know if you wanted to be tainted by these degenerates over there at that Airbnb, man. Woo.
We're having a great. It doesn't smell like farts yet, so it's okay.
Well, Rob Adams isn't there, so there's not going to be another powdered donut incident, though, or something.
Hey, Rob, did you see my Mountain Dew donut that Logan Hanford brought me?
I did
I
not.
saw it. Green.
Dude, I'll send it. I'll send it to you. It's awesome.
Are you coming to ArmorCon?
Nah, I'm not coming. Airplanes cost too much right now.
Oh, give me a break. I'll pick you up at the airport. You bastard.
Yeah, it's just. It
I
ain't
hear
worth
you.
it.
It's all good, man.
Just tell him you're coming, Steve. So he goes
Yeah,
to the
sure.
airport.
I'll be there, Rob.
Everybody wants. Even Andrew Meesey just said, a friend from New Zealand, honorary Insanity podcast member. Everybody wants to be around Steve, and that's true. Everybody wants to be around Steve.
Wow, thank you.
But I get you. Nah.
When's Andrew coming back?
We're trying to maybe get here for next year, maybe. Maybe next year.
Awesome.
Yes, I was talking about that.
All right, I got to get back to Frank. It's his fucking night, man, and everybody's taking over.
You see, that's it. I just got disposed of.
I know.
Later.
Nobody
All right,
understands.
be good,
dude.
Steve. It was good seeing you, buddy. Mr. Steve Munzel from Value Gear, one of the nicest guys you'll know in this hobby, right there.
Oh yeah.
Right? I mean, that goes without saying, right? I mean,
Well,
he's a great guy.
technically, the second nicest man in the hobby, because this here is the nicest. What? Who? What did I
Adam
do?
Jackson.
Hi guys.
Hey, Adam.
Adam Jackson. Adam Jackson's been immense. Look at these guys.
Okay, because I'm blind, I'm gonna look to see who's here.
So Rob,
That's Rob Adams.
how you really
is
feel.
very good.
you gotta do it like this. Go like this, Adams. There you go.
Yeah.
This is why I joined this group, so I could learn such important things like how to flip someone off
Well,
appropriately.
Adam, if you weren't at the Nationals, you'd be filling in too for these guys. But you're over there, no
You could be in my spot. And I could be drinking in
Oh,
silence.
Brian, listen, you're much better at this than I am. I've heard your voice, your soft, harmonious, melodious voice. You're much better at this
So
than
very
me.
kind.
He's a much better model than a podcast.
Brian, there is a spot available. Brian, we're here until Sunday, so you can still come.
I don't think I can swing.
Okay, well,
Let me get in the car.
yeah,
Well,
the
he's not even
invitation's
breathing
open, brother.
hard, Frankie.
All right,
If it helps any of you at all, we are having an absolutely terrible time. We're just miserable.
Listen, I can just imagine you got Jose Rodriguez and Jeff Hearn sitting at the same table. Woo.
Big Daddy,
It's,
what time are the strippers showing up?
It's an interesting lesson in chemistry, yes.
All right, let me get back to Frankie Blanton before this guy falls asleep. He's already half drunk. He's already half in the bag, this guy.
Rob, there's 21 guys in the house. Everyone's starting to come out. I'm going to drop off because it's going to get a little stupid. All right, boys?
Call me later. I want to start yelling. I'll call Frankie. I'll call you a little bit later.
Okay, bye, guys.
All right, we're going to talk about this sucker, Mr. Blanton.
I don't want to fucking do this all night.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about this guy. So this is your fine. This is Fine Molds Millennium Falcon, right?
Yep, 1/72 scale.
Now, full disclosure, how long did it take you to build this thing and paint this?
Build and paint time total, I spent about 8 months on it.
And this is 72nd scale.
Yeah.
This is the big guy.
Big.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah,
It's same as the perfect grade Bandai, right?
Yeah, well,
Same
yes,
scale.
they do a same scale.
Scale wise. Yeah,
Alright,
yeah,
so-
yeah. But obviously earlier molds. Yeah.
Right. So Frank, I know a lot of people. I mean, I build the fine molds 1/44th one before the Bandai released theirs, so I'm familiar with the smaller scaled version of this. Rob Adams, are you familiar with the fine molds kit on this one?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I
Alright,
haven't
so
built
talk-
it
so-
or anything, but I know how
Well,
big it is.
then why don't you take? Why don't you? Let me do the banners and stuff. Talk to Frank about it. Let's
I'm
go.
curious. So, does it have the same like level of accuracy that the Bandai one does? You can identify the Tamiya parts and shit. That are
Oh,
on it?
definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I've never looked at the Bandai kit as far as, in the box or anything, but
Right.
yeah, there's parts on here you can identify. There's transmissions from Chevrolets. There's engine decks from Panthers. There's bits of Sherman tank parts. There's Panzer IV track on here. There's all kinds of stuff. And I think the fidelity of detail on these fine mold kits is just phenomenal. And what I loved about how fine molds did it, and I don't know if fine molds and Bandai, copy one another or whatever, but I do know that on this fine molds kit, a lot of times they'll put panels over top of where you would have a seam line, so you don't have to deal with filling seams and covering up ejector pin marks. There's other parts that fall in over top of that. There's also a lot of small parts of like tubing and hoses and things like that that takes some meticulous cleanup on a lot of that stuff.
The old double seam on every round thing.
Yep.
Oh my!
I will
gosh.
tell you though, I built when it comes to I didn't build the 72nd scale ones, but the 1/44ths I did for fine molds, and I built the 1/44th for Bandai, and the Bandai ones were easier to build, but I felt like the fine molds model was a little more detailed in my opinion. I don't know. If I remember right, it's
When
been a
did it
while.
come out?
So I got this model at the IPMS Nationals in Columbus, and I want to say it was 2009.
Yeah, it was
So I
probably
think
in the
this
mid
model
mid
came out in
2000s.
2007.
Yeah, mid 2000s they came out. I remember getting and I still have it, the fine mold Slave 1.
Yeah.
The 72nd scale version. I probably my daughter's 23 now, so she was maybe 3 or 4 years old when I bought that because she was with me when I got it, and she was little.
Yeah.
And now my
Did they
daughter's
make this
23
with
now.
different landing gear? They have ones with.
Well, this
so this version is based on the Empire Strikes Back Millennium Falcon. And what's different about the Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi Millennium Falcon versus A New Hope Millennium Falcon is the addition of 2 extra landing gear bay. I'm going to say pods, but they're stations that come out underneath the front of the ship. When they were filming A New Hope and they were building up the partial full-size mock-up of the ship, their safety inspectors found it to be a little, top-heavy and ungainly, and they're like, this thing is, we're going to have to make some changes eventually on this. So when they were doing it for Empire Strikes Back, they added 2 more additional landing gears. I think it really spoils the look of the ship underneath. I like the New Hope version because it looks so much more aerodynamic. You don't have these boxes hanging down at the front of the ship,
Right.
So that's really one of the main differences. But I built the MPC kit from 1978.
Is that the one that was the cutaway one?
No, it wasn't a cutaway, but I built it right when it came out in 1978, and I probably built that kit twice, and it's crap. I mean, the detail's soft. This is really nice and crisp. The panels, I call it a jigsaw effect. If you notice, you'll have these little notches in the panels, and that was really fun bringing that detail out. And I think the painting took me probably longer to do because, I painted it, I primed it, and then I painted it with the Tamiya acrylics. And I just took my time. I did a bit of a sludge wash on it. It's the first time I'd really done a sludge wash technique. And I will say it's probably the last time because it was awful messy. And I had to go back and fix a lot of stuff.
The flurry ones, if you want.
But then I found
the sludge
something.
washes are easy with the clay washes, like the flurry models, clay washes and stuff.
I suppose.
I found something called a Micron archival ink pen.
Yeah.
And I'll hold it up so you can see that. And
I used those a lot in college.
Make it really quick. Show everybody.
I used this.
Oh, 005.
Archival
Agent
ink pen.
005.
Yeah, I got those. Yep.
And I went and traced out every single panel line, and each evening I would work on one section or one pie-shaped section, and I would just spend an evening outlining stuff, top and bottom. And then I also would take the pen and put in small blemishes and scratches on the panels to add some weathering on there. And once I had that laid down, it was almost too stark, right? So I came back with the base color and I thinned it down pretty heavily through my airbrush, and I just layered on, some oversprays to sort of tone that down and blend it in.
Yeah. So you used Tamiya paints. So what colors did you use? Like what?
So I was using their light gold gray, and add a little bit of white to it each time. I would do another layer of paint. I would lighten it a little bit, and then I would start in the center of the panels and sort of work my way out and try to do.
I love that blooming effect. It's so nice.
Yep, that was a technique I had learned from one of Chris Morosco's demos at Amps back in the early.
Don't conjure him up. Don't say his name.
He was showing us how to do panel fading with an airbrush on Stug 3 hulls, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, well, Chris.
So what about the exhausts? Do you got photo etch in there, or
no? There's no photo etch on here. Everything you see was what was in the box. So I just built it straight up out of the box. Maybe the only thing I added to it might have been some cabling coming off the radar down into, the socket that the radar was in, but that's pretty much it.
Got a bunch of more pictures here. This one's a little harder.
Now you look at the engine deck there. I'll direct your look down the engine deck, and you see the hot metal effects. So one of the guys in our IPMS club, he talked about an article he had read about a guy doing hot metal motorcycle pipes using all-clad hot metal paints.
They're awesome. Love them.
They
One
are
of my favorites.
Awesome.
Musaru Cup painted in hot metals.
Yep. I went and I
Don't
bought
bring up the
black
here,
primer.
right?
I bought the chrome. I bought the red, the blue, the yellow, and the sepia paints.
I got a bunch of those too.
I downloaded that article. That guy, it was in Fine Scale Modeler magazine, and I think he was doing a large scale motorcycle. He was doing the pipes, the rainbow effect from the heat on the metal, and just applied it here and did it here. And I really liked the effect that it gave. I didn't like the model up, and I thought, well, let me try to do something else that might make it pop. And I did drill out the gun cannon barrels. I did drill those out.
Well, that's a must.
Yeah, that is a must.
Nice. Yeah, nice touch. Very nice.
Too bad they didn't make.
Does the stand come with the kit?
Yeah, the stand comes with the kit. It's kind of a weird stand. I wish I would have built something inside that I could have set it on a stout acrylic rod or something, and then maybe.
Yeah, but you need something really strong with this.
Yes, exactly.
It's a big thing.
And
this is
big model. How big is it? It's 72nd scale.
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty big. It's almost 2 feet long.
It's like a pizza. It's like the size of a pizza.
Yeah.
What did I say? I was looking at it before.
It's big. It's. I mean, I've seen one like on display at a show before, and I was like, wow, that's fucking big, man.
It's so fun to paint.
Yeah.
And it's so fun to weather because it's armor modeling just with different colors.
What I like your story about this, Frank, and we've talked about this before, like in the build rooms or whatever. We talk and like no, like you talk about how like you never felt rushed. You took your time,
right?
and like you painted it in stages, and would take a break and come back to it, and like you never felt like you needed to do it all in one shot, and that allowed you to get the results that you wanted because you weren't rushing. Like you didn't do it in like 3 months; it was like a year, right, or more.
Yeah, like I said, it's about 8 months from start to finish, and I think I took it on vacation. We went down to the beach for a week, and I took it with me, and I would piddle around with it in the morning until we would head out to the till we'd head out to the beach.
The build is pretty comprehensive, but it's not. The build isn't like going to take you that long. It's the paint job that you took your time with.
It's at over 900 parts though. To this
It's a
model.
lot.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely a lot. It's it's a lot of.
It's about it's right around 20 inches. It's 18 inches.
And you'll find a lot of parts actually screwed together. There's a lot of hidden screws in there, especially for the main fuselage halves and everything. So, it was a pretty clever way that the engineers at Fine Molds broke it down and put it together. I do want to give credit to John Robinson. He helps out with the AMPS bore site, as you know, and he took these photos for me. The other story about that ship, and I thought you were going to tell that story, Rob, was when I took it to ArmorCon.
Yes,
actually
took it to ArmorCon.
Got a perfect score with it, and Mike Petty came over to me, and he's shaking his head, and he goes, "What possessed you to bring that goddamn thing to the show?" He said, "You
flies. If it didn't fly, it's okay.
You can't win best in show because it's a fucking spaceship, Frank. You need to do better." And he put the paper in my chest and walked away.
Well, Mike Petty was just on. It would have been great to hear him say that, but
that's good.
No, you did it. Hold on,
that's awesome.
Did I show this one? I showed this.
That's the bottom. So I wanted everybody to see that I put the same
right.
amount of detail in painting into the bottom as I did the top. And what you can't see in this photo is the landing gear. You have 2 landing gear options. You can do it retracted, or you can do it with the landing gear, and it comes very nice detailed landing gear where they'll actually plug into holes, spots in the bottom. When you're not using the landing gear, you just pop those panels on there, and those panels are held in pretty securely because the tolerances in those kits are very tight. But inside those bays, I painted it. What is it? Zinc chromate that's in the American fighter planes. It's sort of yellowish green color.
Yeah, zinc chromate.
Yep.
Is it MMP? Is it Mission Models?
No, it was a custom mix I made from Tamaya Paints.
Bro, their zinc chromate is beauty. Sorry. Anyways.
Yeah, it is. I have some.
Oh, Mission Models?
Yeah, it's fantastic, Rob. You'd love it.
But I didn't Mission Models wasn't around when I put this together. This is 2000.
Oh, dude, I know. I bet. Actually, now that I think about it, you're
I don't know if I mean, this kit is not in production anymore. Fine Molds, I think.
No, it's not.
No, it's like a almost $400 kit right now.
Yeah, it's not cheap. It's not cheap. The
great...
Bandai kit's expensive too.
Yeah, the Bandai kit's over $400. So this kit was.
But it's got lights and everything else in it too, right?
Yeah.
No, you got to buy those separate.
No, that's separate. This kit at the time was retailing for over $350, and
then
you remember Scott Hards from Hobby Link Japan?
Scott T. Hards.
Scott T. Hards. That's right. He had 3 of them at the IPMS Nationals in Columbus in 2009, and 2 of them sold, and there was 1 left on the shelf, and he had them marked down to $280. So I called my wife up and I said, "Hey," I said, I told her about this, and I said, "It's $280. She knew I'd been pining for this model for a while. And I said, "I don't have to pay shipping from Japan." She goes, "Go ahead and get it. We'll eat beans and franks for a couple of weeks."
Frank, you're making me get disappointed. You had to get permission from the wife to buy something.
Listen, at the time, $280 is a lot of money to be spending on a damn model kit.
Hey, I still okay shit with my lovely lady. You always say yes, but I still run it past her.
I wear the pants in this family. But
you're a liar. You
I am talking low, so my wife doesn't run down the stairs.
When I came home with Bismarck, she was like, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah, but your stuff thing is still. You never. How many years you have it? You still haven't even built it.
How big is it?
200 scale.
It's 5 feet long.
Yeah.
My
It's a big freaking. Dude, that's huge, man.
I know lots of modelers that have to sort of sneak kits in.
Yeah.
Like I got a buddy of mine once when Tamiya came out with their brand new 48 scale Spitfire kit many years ago. I ran into my buddy at the hobby shop and he's like, well, what are you doing today? I said, I don't know. I was married to another woman at the time. We were hanging out. And he says, why don't y'all come over and we'll hang out at my place for a little while. So we go back there. Me and my wife and Mark were sitting there, and he's got the kit open. He's sitting in the floor of his house. He's got it open. He's looking at the sprues and everything. And all of a sudden, we hear a car door slam, and he looks up and looks around, and he boxed it back up, and he runs into one room and then runs into another room, and he's looking for a place to hide this thing, and he puts it inside the top of his wife's upright piano. Closes the lid, puts the doily and everything back on, jumps back in, slides into the seat. We're watching a movie in the den like nothing's happened. And Donna comes in. She's like, hey, what's going on? Oh, hey, Frank and Paige are here. How's it going? Right. I understand a few days later, Donna she plays piano for their church, and she was working on a song, and she's playing the piano. She hits a couple of sour notes. And she's like, what's going on? And she finally opens the top of that piano and looks in there. Mark had forgotten to take his brand new model kit out of the piano.
Did he get in trouble?
Yeah, he got in trouble. Are you kidding me?
So did he get in trouble?
That's great. That's funny. All right, we're gonna
narrator chimes in.
Good stuff, Frankie, man. This is the diversity of Frankie Blanton. You're seeing it on full display.
Yep.
Oh, and he's got a lot more to talk about here too. Let's you know what? We're gonna do this because I like what the hell's going on here? Hold on. Why is there nothing in there? Oh, I gotta go. Hold on. So we're gonna talk about something else because I gotta fix some folders so it can be detected in here. So hold on a minute. So we'll do this, Frankie. The M113.
Hey,
so
one of our viewers tonight has nicknamed me the Murdoch King or something. Thank you very much. It's my favorite camouflage to paint. I love Murdoch camo. So when I joined the Army in 1984, we were still in the Murdoch camo, but things were going to change pretty quickly, not too far into the future. So I've been building a series of armored vehicles that my Cav troop operated in the 80s in my National Guard unit. So I was actually assigned to Carrier 24 as an infantryman, and I was in 2nd platoon, and my platoon sergeant was Buddy Hummel, and my carrier commander was Dennis Hannock, and the driver was Sergeant Pennington. Anyway, they're great people I remember from the Guard, and we had a good time training, and I wanted to build a replica of the models that our troop operated, and I've got 7 models built. I've got an M60, an M48A5, an M88, a Jeep, the 151, and I've got an M577. All these models, including this one, I'm giving to the Virginia Army National Guard Historical Foundation. They're working on a museum. The federal government has been giving National Guard units grants to restore and house artifacts and tell their story.
That's rad.
That is cool.
This one is going to be going out, and this I purchased an AFV Club M113A1 Australian fire support vehicle from our friend Gary Owsley, because Gary gave me a good price on them. Those AFV Club kits are $70 and more. Gary hooked me up with this one for I think $50. Sold it to me out of his collection. The first time I built an AFV Club 113. It was a very nice kit, but I've noticed one thing about the Australian 113s is they don't come with heaters. So there's a very prominent heater up in the right-hand corner inside the troop carrier compartment. It's not in there, but that's okay. Most civilians aren't going to know that. You'll notice the decals on the front of that. You'll see Troop C183 on one side, VAARNG on the trim vane. I took a little bit of liberties with that using that combination of marking. We did have C24 on the left side. I think our unit was like C183, and then it was /116 INF for 116th Infantry. The Virginia Army National Guard thing, I took liberty with that. And our good friend George Ironman at Decal Maniacs has done all these decals for me custom. And I will say George has been extremely patient with me because I got some of my stuff wrong and I've had to go back to him and order additional sheets with changes on them. So, but George's stuff has gotten really, really good. I don't have any problems with the silvering. I don't have any issues with it going down.
No,
I put the Tamiya Mark Fin, that Mark fit on there, and it works great. Works great. In fact, I will say George was the first one to come out with the first aftermarket for the new Tamiya M24 Chaffee. He's got decals for the M24 for Bargain Basement from the Battle of the Bulge film.
Oh wow!
Just throwing that out there. So yeah, this is Mission. This is I'm sorry, not Mission Models. This is Adam.
I'm sorry, guys. I was because I'm in the dark and I had to go fix some pictures so I can show them next. So that's why I was in the dark. Frankie Donati's not here, so I got to do all the grunt work tonight. It's not like Rob Adams is gonna do it.
That's fine. That's fine. So the interior color straight out of the bottle. Adam paints. All of the paint on the model are Adam paints. The only thing is the field drab color, which is sort of that brownish green color. That I mixed that up using a couple different Adam colors, and then I added just a pinch of orange to it to bring out some of the redness in it.
Jim is asking about your paints on the lights. I guess that was the first picture.
Yeah, that and then the tail lights back here. So the headlamps are painted with the Molotov chrome pen.
Oh, okay.
And then I put the plastic lenses that come in the kit.
Yeah.
And I secure those lenses with Tester's clear cement.
Where was Brian?
You know that clear part cement? I secure them with that, which is essentially white glue.
I have this kit. I have the Andy's Hobby headquarters I did for the magazine that I built. Full interior, 16 scale. It's like sitting in a bin.
Oh, nice.
I should just give it. I was supposed to give it to Stan, but I don't know when I'm going to see Stan. I should just give it to you. I have it tacked in with super glue. I would have to like put a bunch of debonder to get the top off so you can paint the interior then close it.
Yep.
But that Andy's 16 scale kit is really, really nice.
Yeah.
Really
the infrared light on the left side next to the headlamps, that was originally painted with that Molotov chrome pen, and then over top of that I put a mixture of red Tamiya clear red with a little bit of smoke mixed in it.
Yeah.
And just literally just touched it with the brush and just let it sort of.
That's a good paint. That's
work
the paint, came out
clear
beautiful.
Smoke. Yeah,
it turned out good, and I did the same thing for the tail lights.
I really like the weathering on this. It's like it's on the especially on the slopes. It's subtle. It's your weather. You are a very subtle weatherer. That's for sure, Frankie.
Well, I will tell you, taking these things out and running them all day on a Saturday, and they had to be washed and cleaned before we put them away on Sunday, and everybody wanted to go home early on Sunday. That they didn't get too dirty. So I was trying to tone down. If you go to the next shot, Rob.
I have a bunch more. Hold on, I got a bunch more pictures here. That one, or you want to do another?
Yeah,
one?
Next one.
This guy here.
There you go. That'll work. Right. So I tried to confine a lot of the weathering onto the rubber skirts and around the running gear. Also, I wanted to mention the tracks on this kit are from CRS Tank Works, CRS Tank Works.
Yeah, we did. Frankie's got a nice connection with Cody Wurzma from TRS.
Cody Wurzma sent me these tracks, and he's like, "Hey, build them." He's like, you're on Facebook a lot. Just give us a review. And I was like, sure, no problem.
Yeah, we just did a nice review on them for the magazine like 2 issues ago.
Yep. Their stuff is very
Frankie
nice.
Donati got his first published article review of CRS Tank Works.
Very good.
Fuck, I gotta talk to Dave. I suck.
Well, these
What's
tracks,
wrong,
they
bud?
give you.
No, I gotta talk to Dave. I gotta send him an article. I got stuff to give. Anyway.
Oh, Grummet?
Yeah.
Well, you talking about the loader?
Yeah,
What's
yeah,
her name?
No, we're talking about Frank right now.
I know, but I've been on your case for how long trying to get you to do shit for Christ's
Like
sake?
a fucking year, man. It's
more than a year.
I know.
2 years now. All right, go, Frank. You were interrupting your
the
time.
tracks come with a bit of like 10,000th steel wire. I've found that wire gives a lot of play in the tracks, side to side and front to back a little bit.
Okay.
Right.
So I ended up drilling open each individual link just a little bit more, and I used 15,000 bronze phosphate wire from Tichy Train Group.
Oh, yeah.
It comes in lengths that are straight.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit more rigid, and I had to trim the pins, so it was a little bit labor intensive, but I think it was really worth it. It looks really nice, and I highly recommend those.
Chuck is asking
M113 tracks.
Chuck is asking on the line, did you freehand the camo or is it masked?
I actually freehanded the camo, so I airbrushed the vehicle totally in the dark OD, and then I came back and freehanded airbrushed the field drab, and then the black and the tan was painted with a brush, and that was freehand with a paintbrush. And those are all Atom paints.
Dude, Taesung is saying lovely work. And
thank you.
What's up?
Taesung from Alpine. And you say, Taesung, would you have any MM13 tanker guys did you make?
I wish we had some 1980s tank crew figures where they're wearing the OG 107 green uniforms.
Who's yeah, he's got it. Oh, you're talking about the figures?
Yeah. So the antenna on there, I used the Easy line. It's that rubbery tie down stuff that stretches. And the antenna itself is that 10,000 bronze phosphate wire from Tichy Train Group. And I just would make a little puddle of super glue and then put the end of the wire in there and spin it around and then pull it out, hit it with the accelerator to make the ball. They were literally like little balls on the ends of the antenna there.
Yeah,
that's how I made that.
Jerry's asking, are you guys Bostonians? Who? Only one guy.
Not
that's
me.
Russ, close to Boston. Only guy. You got two Long Islanders here between me and Frank. Well, Frank is a transplant in Tennessee, and Frankie Blanton is like he's got like some anywhere. Well, no, that's Brian Denklau's got anywhere accent.
I have no accent. I am accent neutral and accent analogous. So.
Me too.
Rob Adams, you got a Canadian accent a little bit, though.
No, I
don't.
Yeah, you
Slight. He's not like a fucking Youper or anything. He's not way up in there. He's fucking,
So all this was mounted on a.
That's right. Rob Burnside is so he's definitely Bostonian.
All this stuff was mounted on a base that I made. I go to thrift stores a lot, and I find a lot of materials in there to make bases with. So, have you ever seen those little things? They kind of look like boxes or little frame things. They have platitudes on them like live, laugh, love, or stuff like that. I think that one had one of those motifs on there, and I flipped it over and sanded it, painted it, and put groundwork on it.
Dude, Grader Woodworking. Get some bases from Chris Grader. He'll make you anything you want.
I have some wood from Chris. Let me rephrase that.
You have some. You felt Chris's wood before?
I have a big piece of his wood. Yeah.
Get some naughty girls, maybe.
Dude, I should play the video of Amps Nationals in 2025 out over in Camp Hill when you were doing the Gussie story. I got that on video.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it for the 113.
Yeah, we're gonna go on. We're doing good.
It's a beauty build, brother. No, it's a fucking beauty build, Frank. I love that shit.
You did a good job on this, Frankie. That's a nice one. That's a good one.
It's really, it's great. It's tasteful, really subtle. And
let's see if these are working
but
right
pointed.
now.
It's nice.
Oh, they are now. Good, because I want to talk about these.
All right.
Nice.
This is
a couple of years ago.
This is Frankie's unsanctioned Panzer 3H from Dragon, which you're not. This was not authorized.
What? You gotta love the Panzer 3. I mean, it is.
I know.
Sweet
I love
kit.
it.
It's a sweet tank.
Did you fill out the proper forms to build this? And have them
right. You didn't fill out the proper paperwork to see if it was okay, but it's okay. It's right.
Yeah. They're still sitting on my desk.
So hold on, let me get a further out shot though first, so we can look at a further out
that's
shot.
like you said, it's a dragon kit. It's got
that's
tracks.
a Warriors figure on the left. I know that for a fact. That's a Warriors figure.
It's got tracks on it from the Quick Wheel store.
Oh, okay.
These tracks they were $19, and they literally click together.
I have a whole bunch of these tracks. They're excellent.
I don't know that there's any better aftermarket tracks than these guys. Not just because of the price point, because I'm sorry, man, Frules are too expensive.
Yeah, these tracks are beautiful.
People are charging you $35, $40 for a set of tracks.
Oh,
these are $19.
I did a set of Merkava tracks, and it literally took me like 25 minutes to do.
Yeah. Oh, wow. No cleanup.
No.
Super detailed, beautiful.
Frules tracks, and they have an extensive library of like catalog of tracks. Has been around for so long. That's probably their best selling point. I know somebody else bought them. The company has been still doing them. But like their older tracks that are like those ATL 01s all the way to like ATL 015 or 20. I mean, those tracks are 25, 30 years old. They got to like kill that mold, because remember, that's an old pewter metal mold. Fucking ditch that shit and make new ones. They're past its time. I mean, now with 3D printed tracks,
I print my own tracks now.
Yeah, people printing their own tracks. Or not everybody has the luxury to print their own tracks, Frank. I don't think this for you.
Well, I built this model out of box. You know, I don't think I used any of the included photo etch that they gave me.
Why not?
I'm
did on
not
this,
a fan.
on the intake grills. You did.
Thanks, Rob.
Yeah, I did use that. You're right.
You used the photo edge on the intake grills. I see.
Yeah, and I did. I think very nice on the cactus. There were some photo etch spines on the cactus. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, other than that, it's
listen.
Like
just because it's photo etch doesn't mean it's better. Doesn't mean it's better. We talk about that all the time.
What'd you paint it with, Frank? Hey, we got to do that again.
Mission model.
What did you paint this with?
Yeah, this was painted with mission models as well.
I'm coming, Elizabeth.
Hell yeah.
Mission models. So
how'd you chip those? How'd you chip those wheels?
That's just a stippling effect with an old paintbrush and using using some mission models paints. To do the chipping effect. Right. Now, once all that's done, I will go over it with pigment washes. So I use my pigments wet.
Do you clear in between that, like on top? Like, so if you went through and you stippled in with, and you just went right on top of the acrylic with your pigment wash. Okay.
Yep. So my pigment wash is made up of 70% distilled water, 30% isopropyl alcohol, and just a wee tiny drop of Murphy's oil soap.
Oh, to break up with the tension a little bit.
Yep, exactly. And in that mix, I add some MIG powdered pigments or whoever's powdered Wilder powdered pigments.
And you do like a slurry wash kind of with it?
Yes.
And then it dries and you can take it off if you need to.
Yep. I don't like to use a fixer on there because I'm always going to have to come back and clean some of it up. And a wet brush does that very nicely. And I also use a combination of, like Tamiya panel liners, although I've gotten away from using Tamiya panel liners. I've switched to AK panel liners because the applicator brush is so much better on the AK.
Yeah, I like those AK panel liners are nice.
Those AK panel liners are amazing.
What did you say, Brian?
Oh, interesting. I said, well, I was going to say, the Tamiya, I've been just using the Tamiya ones when I was working on my Skyline. And just the other day, and I know, like after having used them long enough, you have to like bleed them out a certain way. You're going to end up with a mess. I'm interested in these AK brushes you speak of, sir. So please carry
on. So the AK panel liners, our good friend Angel, he carries them.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
And they have 7 different colors. Ooh. And there's a couple of guys now that are producing 3D printed holders for the bottles, because the way the bottles are designed, Brian, and the stem on the brush applicator is pretty long, and then the bristles themselves are very long. That bottle's meant to be tipped over.
Okay.
So there's people that are making 3D printed holders for those bottles now, and I highly recommend it because that's
fair.
You know, you don't want that kind of spill on your bench.
Oh no, of course not.
But that product line includes a lot of the colors like we like. You know, the sepias, the red browns, the grime, not just black and gray and dark gray and brown. It's a lot more varied.
Obviously more so than the Tamiya offerings. So
Yep. Let's see. Is there another one in there, Rob?
Yeah. I'm just sending the link to freaking Santucci too. I think he might be coming in.
Okay.
Yeah, he might be jumping in maybe a couple.
And the figures, their uniforms were painted with a mix of scale 75 colors and some Vallejo colors. And
this one right here, Frankie.
On there, yeah, there you go. Yep.
So what decals? Did you use the decals from the kit? Because these are cartographs. They're good decals.
I used the kit decals, and I put the Tamiya Mark Fit Strong on there and didn't have any issues with it at all.
Look who's joins us. Hold on, I'm sorry to interrupt.
Hey, Steve.
Hey, guys.
Hold on a minute.
Hey, Steve.
Santucci's finally here.
Hi, Steve.
He's not dressed up like Ben Franklin or Harriet Tubman or whoever he was dressed up tonight as.
No, man, I was bowling tonight. Had another great night. I'm happy.
Would you bowl?
Yeah, what are you throwing?
47, a 195, and a 245. But I missed the back 9, if you know anything.
I got you.
So.
A little. It's been a while, but I do throw a mean bowling ball.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, we got Tooch in here right now.
I couldn't miss Frankie. I couldn't miss the man.
Frankie Donati was in. They did a whole tour for like 20 minutes at the beginning of the show of the Donkey Punch Villa. You're gonna be very jealous. Fucking arcades and shit.
I gotta send money. I gotta send money to my boy Stu. He's about to cook a kid up for me tomorrow. I've been spending money there.
I heard that Frankie Donati got you a nice thing from that guy.
Stu's gonna send. We'll work it out where Stu will send.
Yeah, it's gotta be nice being Steve Santucci. I didn't get an invite to the place. No one bought me shit. I got nothing, and Frank and Tooch gets everything. All right,
I won't even tell you what Frankie's been telling me, what people have been coming up and telling him.
About who?
They've been asking about me and Frankie. How much they like us on the podcast. They want us to speak more because we're the voice of reason.
Oh, yeah.
Shit. Oh, shit.
I love this tank. I don't think I've seen this one
want you and Donati to speak more because you're the voice of reasons?
We're the voice of reason, yeah. Makes sense.
I know. Let's take a poll in the chat. Do we want to hear more Steve Santucci, or do we need more rants about people fucking acting like idiots on social media or wherever else in this hobby, Mr. Denclau?
Look, listen. What I gotta say is, I think we all need to hear more Steve Santucci, and we need to hear more Mr. Frankie Donati, regardless, because they have valuable insight, and I like them. They're funny guys. They're smart. They're witty. They got candor. Right? Yeah. That's what we need more of.
Look at Darren. You got a lot of nerve. I was going to ask Darren to be on as a fill-in tonight, but this guy's been slacking too.
There he goes with the emotional blackmail.
Look, and Chuck is saying he only tunes in for freaking Santucci.
That's
Charles Rice.
That is true.
Hey, Charlie.
That is true.
Have you ever been in a real?
I love that, Jim.
Look at even Phoenix is at the Nationals too. We're missing out, man. But, we're having our party tonight. We can't make it to the Nationals. We're having our party.
Have any of you seen any of the pictures posted of what's been on the table so far at the Nats?
I saw a few. No. I did.
No. I have. I mean, I haven't seen any cars yet, but what I've seen in aircraft, both civilian and military,
stuff there.
And dioramas, the ships. I mean, better than what we saw last year, Rob.
Yeah, no, really, some really good stuff there, man. Someone posted, I can't remember who was putting pictures up, but some really nice stuff there. Really, really nice stuff there. All right, so hold on. This is still Frankie Blanton's out. Well, we're going to be going over an hour and a half. We got more to look at here. But Frankie, I love this kit. This is a great kit.
Yeah,
I built this kit a long time ago myself. All the Dragon Panzer 3s are phenomenal. But you did a really good job on this. I really, really like. It's one of my favorite Panzer 3s, DH. It really
Thank you. I got another H that's on the that's sort of in the works that has a different gun on it.
Frank.
And I think I'm either doing that in Africa Corps or it might be Russia. I'm not sure yet.
All right. See you later, Steve. Listen, man, we talked about this. Panzer 3s, all that stuff. We're supposed to have a discussion prior, right, Frankie Perron?
Yes.
All right.
Just
we're gonna look at
build them. Just paint them with Mission Models paint, Frank. You won't complain.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's great, honestly. For when I'm not gonna lie, it's a good paint.
All right, I
But
want
all
to.
paints can be good paints, except for make ammo acrylic. It's bad.
Yeah, Mission Models
that's what I said on the podcast. What's the one paint that I think is overrated? And MIG ammo paint is definitely it.
Yeah. I used to have hundreds of those fucking bottles, and
yeah,
I got rid of them all. Yeah, got rid of them all.
Yeah. Well, when you figure out the CP30 for Mission Models, that mixture of using their clear primer with their thinner instead of the polyurethane additive, it makes the paint work a whole lot better. We'll talk later, Brian. Yeah.
I have my own wizardry as well, if you want to call it that.
Okay.
But yes, alchemy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's great.
Absolutely.
I love to learn new things. Heck yeah, Frank.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
All right. So what do we got here? We got the Tiger Meat Viper.
Yeah, hold on. We're gonna have a full screen with this one. I know that the resolution isn't the best because Frankie crops his pictures and they're like the size of your pinky nails. But we're doing our best here. Talk to us, Frankie.
So this is the Monogram 1978 issue Colonial Viper that they reissued in 2011. Okay. And this time they gave you some very interesting inserts for the engine, or for the engines. I also did the Alclad hot metal treatment on the engines, and the paint scheme. So I do a lot of armor, and you're stuck in that sort of parameter of, making it look historically accurate and everything. And my sci-fi outlet is just a way for me just to go crazy and be creative. So I thought, hey, the NATO fighter pilots do a Tiger Meet every year, every other year, and they'll paint their planes up in tiger motifs. I don't think they do it as much nowadays, but boy, in the late 70s and 80s, some of the paint schemes were just wild. So I took my inspiration from that, and I thought I had purchased a decal sheet from Starship Modeler that gave you a whole bunch of different Battlestar names. So this is the Battlestar Acropolis.
There you go.
And this also gives you pilot names, but the names are in borders with the corners cut off like the Reimagined series did. So it sort of blends both the original series television show and the Reimagined series from the early 2000s. So this one, it reads Lieutenant Herbert Jefferson Jr., Boomer. That was his call sign.
Nice.
And I built this up as before he was assigned to Galactica. I made a whole backstory, right? This was his ship. He was at the Tiger Meat competition on one of the colonies of Erelon, and I made up all the stuff. And I use a lot of U.S. Navy decals. You'll notice the jet intake on the engine.
Yeah,
that's out of
Battlestar Galactica.
Yep. You'll see up on the upper the stabilizer, you'll see the Modex lights or the reflective strips up there. That's a Navy thing. We'll have to ask Ian about that. Yeah. But I also grabbed some stenciling on there, and also some steering thrusters. Those little dots on the nose. Those are actually they're supposed to be thruster outlets so that you can change the direction of the craft using thrusters.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep, those decals come on the Battlestar Galactica remake Viper models, and I had some left over, and I'm like, hey, I'm going to use them on the old school Viper. So yeah, and I just wanted to do something totally different. So when I got the model done, I had sent photographs of it with Herbert Jefferson's name on there, and he was the actor who played Lieutenant Boomer, and it was on Facebook. And he comes back, and we're chatting one-on-one. I believe it's him. I'm pretty sure it was, and he really loved it. He thought it was a really cool model and everything. So that's pretty neat.
Definitely.
Really?
And invoke our friend Justin Ryan and say like, oh, this reminds me of my Tiger Force G.I. Joe modded.
Oh, wow, but you did two of them over here.
Yeah. So cool. I did two of them. I did one in pretty much the standard paint scheme from the TV show. And rather than use decals, I wanted to paint all the stripes on and sort of some of the decals were pretty thick and hard to use. And then I added a few extra things like stenciling and a couple other Battlestar Galactica type decals. So
let's just see a picture here. This
thing's
is
built
Frankie.
for
This
speed.
is Frankie. You had this at the Nationals last year.
I had a different Viper at the Nationals that I'd done one of these, but I did it with yellow stripes on it instead of orange.
I couldn't remember once seeing one too when we were there when Frankie had his little display in the display area part of IPMS.
I've got 3 of the original series television show Vipers. One's done in blue stripes. I'm sorry, I have 4. One's done in yellow stripes, one's in blue, and then these 2 guys. And then I have 2 marked in green stripes, the others in red stripes. And then I have a Mark 7, which is a total low-vis scheme.
Fuck, you got like a used car lot going on.
Yeah, I love the Viper's my favorite ship. I mean, if there was a battle between a Viper and an X-Wing, the Vipers would take them. And I'm going to get all kinds of hate mail now. All right, Rob.
Interesting.
Oh, have you directed this show? Here, I'm directing it, man. I don't like the pressure.
Frank, quiet. I'm always going to tell you quiet. Sorry, I love you, Rob. I'll give you hugs and kisses next time I see you. Frank, I got a question for you. Have you seen any of the Bandai kits from the Space 2099? Is that it? Rob, you built one, right?
Space 1999?
No. 20. It's
oh, you mean the ships, like the
yeah, like the Cosmo Falcon, or
I haven't.
The Cosmo Falcon looks like it's right up your alley in relation to kind of like I can't show my phone on this fucking screen.
That's okay. Put it on the chat.
Yeah,
I will.
I'll
send
make
it to you, man.
Show it up. I'll make it bigger.
There you go.
Well, here.
Sweet.
You just come on, Christ, Brian. We're live here, for God's sake.
What? Give me a break.
Hey, the man has pineapples in his shirt.
I love he's got like
Back
15
off.
nippers behind him.
Oh, I like
that's
that.
pretty. Oh, that's cool, man.
Oh, that's cool.
That's
That is
fucking
cool.
They're 1/72nd scale, so like here's your pilot figure.
Wow, that's cool, man.
That's awesome. Yeah.
No, they're really good.
I
have yeah.
72nd scale?
Yeah, 72nd scale. So this is the Cosmo Falcon Kaido 1/72nd scale space fighter.
Wow, that's fucking cool, man.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of these. I have I think this one.
Rob
Yeah, I
Adams.
have
That's
this
so
one.
Rob Adams, that thing, man. How
I
do you
built
not
that
have
shit.
that?
Yeah.
That's
Look at this
cool.
thing.
Look at that.
Bandai Star.
love
Oh, these
that.
are Star Blazers?
Yeah,
love that.
it's right in the star. It's in the Star Blazers. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Rob. You built a Star Blazers kit, right?
I have, yeah.
I'd be
I
all
have.
over that, like white on rice.
But I
Dude, they're
love
fun.
that.
I'll share them.
Brian,
We'll
can you
share
share a
them. We got lot to
link
talk
to
about.
one of that to those to me?
Yeah, I can just
those
throw it
are
right now,
cool.
and I'll throw it in the chat. Hang on.
Well, not just in the chat, but like to me in Messenger, so I have it.
Yeah,
See,
I'll
I
send
have
it to you
to,
in
I have
Messenger.
to tell Charles Rice that I'd build more than just armor. He doesn't believe
Yeah,
me.
well, Chuck, listen, it's not. Listen, we all know Chuck.
Fuck that guy.
Chuck is not as easily amused. It doesn't take a lot to get him excited. This is Chuck
Right.
we're talking about. Right?
Space above and beyond.
Yeah, hold on, and then you got a lot of great. Look at this, Darren. That's so cool, Frankie.
Thanks, Darren.
Come on, and I guess Phoenix Racing was saying, is this with the pilot? So yes, you had a pilot in one of those guys, right?
Yeah.
You know, and even look at this. They love this tiger stripes. Look at you're a hit, Frank. You're a hit.
Thank you.
All right. So this is the last guy from Frankie, and I wanted to keep this because this is the most ambitious one next to the Millennium Falcon. I think is the M19 transporter, right?
Yep.
Oh,
This
boy.
model I did in 2017 for AMPS 2017 in Sumter, South Carolina. I think
Did
it was
you win?
2017.
Yeah.
No, I don't think.
What the
I
fuck
don't
are we
think
looking at it for? No.
Yeah, right.
Listen, look.
So, this is the Merit International M19 tank transporter. So it's a Diamond T truck.
So Merit made this.
Yeah, Merit International.
They made the truck and the trailer.
And the trailer. The trailer is a Rogers M20 freight trailer.
Mhm.
Rogers is still in business making trailers today, I think out of Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Diamond T, I think, was bought out by Kenworth or someone, I don't know, years ago. But it's a very cool subject. And what I love about it is the British were the first ones to actually use these in combat. And the British, when they took delivery of several M19 trailers and trucks, the trucks came shipped to them in the factory color of Coronado tan. And Coronado tan was a factory color, and it was almost a very pale beige color. So it was close to desert, but it was a bit glossy, and the British decided, we're going to have to tone this down. And the paints that they put on there quickly faded to almost a pink.
Okay.
So that's why you kind of have a little bit of a pink. And this was all painted with Tamiya acrylics. And then the stowage and everything in the back of the truck, I added to that. It's hard to see on here, but you can see some of the wiring that I added to the injectors for the motor and everything.
Oh, maybe we got more pictures.
Oh yeah, I can see it. Yep.
Down there. Yep. There's some really nice photo etch, no slip panels on the fenders and on the running boards for the truck.
Yeah.
That was really fun to
I like the
weather
wear
those.
that you did on that, though. It looks really good.
I used the number 2 pencil.
Really?
On those
on the,
to do
on
the
the
wear.
finger or the pencil itself?
No, the pencil itself, and then I did rub it out a little bit with my finger. Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy, Tiger.
Talk to me here
Phrasing.
about the stowage back here, Frank. I want to see if I got a more picture
All
of
right.
this. We'll go back to this picture here. So, we
Yeah,
gotta use
great
this
job
picture.
with
So,
stowage.
so with the stowage here? What do we do here? Like, did you?
So the stowage is a mix of things that came out of my spares box, and there's 1 or 2 of the Armand Bayardi dented up, dinged up fuel cans.
We were
that
just
I
talking
think
about
are
Armand
awesome.
Bayardi the other day.
Yep, I found some that I had stashed, and I'm like, these things are great. I miss them.
I bought that guy out when I knew he was going out. I used to try to get him drunk at Armacons with him and his wife to try to give me the secret on his resin casting.
Yeah, right.
He's like, it's not going to work. I'm like, all right, I'm just
Wasn't
trying to
he?
do it. I was like, Armand, what are you drinking? Porter,
So-
give us a double scotch. And I'm like, give him 4.
His secret was attention to detail. He was a jeweler by trade.
Right.
He was a jeweler.
wonderful.
He was a jeweler by trade.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
And he was
Yep.
what
So
nice guy too, though, man. What a nice man.
I'll tell you about the netting on there. So I get a lot of questions about how I did the netting. So I used the cotton gauze bandage, not the nylon or
Yeah. I know the one you're
plastic.
talking
This
about.
is the cottony gauze bandage you buy in a drugstore. So what I'll do is I will take that stuff and I'll cut irregular pieces with a pair of scissors, and I'll put it in place close to where they need to go. And then I will touch matte medium with a paintbrush to that. And there'll be a little bit of paint mixed in there. And what'll happen is that cotton gauze soaks up that matte medium, and the matte medium dries flat. So don't use Elmer's glue. Don't use PVA because it dries glossy. Use liquid matte medium.
You're using like a
red
Liquitex matte medium, a golden matte medium, or
golden matte
those
medium.
They're your standard acrylic, right?
Exactly.
Also
He's got one
good.
good trick.
Let's talk about the tank too, though,
Let's
Frankie.
talk about the tank real quick. So the tank is an all resin affair that I bought from Sid Arnold at Amps in 1999.
The whole tank is resin?
Wow.
Yep, it's a whole resin tank. It was the only accurate Grant tank in 1999. It was made by Sid Arnold from Canada. Armored Brigade Models was Sid's
because the
company.
turret was the squattier turret, right?
Yep. That's what
Because
makes
the other
the
ones,
Grant,
the turrets were
because-
too big, right?
Well, the British wanted their radios in the turret back, and the American tanks, we had our radios in the hull. And the British are like, we need a different turret. And by the way, when you make a different turret, don't make it so freaking tall. And the radio's in the back of the turret. That's why that turret is like it is.
Okay.
So that's an Armored Brigade kit, and it has PSP individual tracks, which were very similar to the AFV Club style Sherman tracks, but it's the double I track that was unique to British and Commonwealth Grants and some Shermans in North Africa. And then those are Tay Song's figures on there.
And,
I'm pretty sure those are
is
out.
in here right now, Tooch.
Is he?
Taesung is in here.
Everybody
Taesung,
drink.
are you still here? Because you were here before. He was talking.
He said, Frank, your models look better than Steve Touche.
That's what he said.
Everything looks better than me right now.
No, I don't think
the
so.
figures. So those are Alpine figures. Why God? Okay, well at least we're throwing Taesung a bone. He was here before. He's probably drunk now.
And the trailer, I will tell you, the trailer, I wired it. You can't see it, but I did wire up all the brake lines and air lines.
What in the white? Oh, in the trailer.
Yeah,
I think you have it up close on the trailer, though.
Yeah, I used a combination of 10 thousandths and 15 thousandths solder wire.
There we go.
Soldering wire, of course.
Yep. And you can see the track on the Grant, and also had some chain. And I've looked at how
I love the weathering on the wheels. That looks really good, Frank. Especially on the trailer.
Thank you. And the
is
base
your coil, your wire for the going between the truck and the trailer.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah. Frankie, how'd you do with this? This is the something. So I didn't go to that show because I was not fucking driving to South Carolina. I know it was one of the like not the best shows.
Right.
Of that,
right.
I think it was. What is it saying here? Awesome work, Mr. Blanton. I'm headed to bed.
Fuck you too, Chuck.
Of your excellence. Come on, Chuck. It's only 9:30 for Christ's sake.
Have another drink, Chuck.
Yeah, man.
I thought the model kit itself, the tank model was brilliant. It went together for a resin kit. It went together really, really well. And
I'm surprised. I can't believe it's a full resin kit. Wow.
Yeah, the tractor and trailer kit from Merit International, it was fiddly.
It was like building a Merit kits kit and a fucking resin kit. This should have been like, you should have got more accolades at that AMP show.
Yeah. Well, that model now, I just recently donated that model to the Keystone Truck and Tractor Museum in Petersburg, Virginia.
Oh, nice.
They have some Diamond T civilian trucks there, but they also had a small area where they had some military models when I went to visit the museum in April. So I talked to the director of the museum and showed them pictures, and they said, we'd love to have your model. And because I offered it to them at the time. I'm getting ready to move to South Carolina, and there's a lot of stuff that's got to be moved, and I'm giving some things away.
Look at this shot. World-renowned modeler Frankie Blanton.
Yeah.
Nice.
What were you saying about the chain, though? Yeah, exactly. Right, Russ? Right. He was talking about the chain for half a second.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, I was just saying how I looked at photographs, how they chain these vehicles down. So I tried to replicate what I saw in photographs.
I don't understand how that would stop it from moving, really.
Because it's also tied in the front in the same way.
Yeah,
Usually I mean, if you're doing like big machinery like that, a lot of time there's like a come along, which they're called. It's like a simple ratcheting mechanism that you use to pull chain together.
Chain binder. Chain binder.
Yep. There's chain binders now. Yeah. So
perfect. Love it.
This is listen, Frankie. I never saw this model of yours. This is a really good kit, man. I
just wish my pictures were better.
I do too. I wish they were better too, not just for us, but also the audience. We can't ask for everything, and I'm used to looking at crummy pictures by Steve Santucci when he submits them to the magazine. Other than that, we're all right.
Why
Be nice to the Tooch,
your friend?
Be nice to the Tooch.
Stop it! I'm glad you came in. For God's sake, we're gonna be in the build room a little bit tonight. We're gonna hang out, me and you.
Well, I have a special phone call coming in from across the Pacific. So,
and let me know how that goes. Frankie Blanton, man, listen, we love you. You're a big part of the group. The Insanity, awesome. You've been a big part. You don't get into the build rooms, not as much as you used to, but you're getting in there. And
he's busy. He's building a house.
Like I said. Yeah, well, listen, man. I got to be selfish. It can't always be about Frank. It's got to be about
gallivanting, watching soccer. Enjoying the summer.
Drunk in his fucking kilt, getting arrested, wearing
whatever,
his fucking
man.
dress, no underwear.
Life.
Summertime, man.
Beauty.
Hold on a minute. Frankie, we had Ashley Abernathy on a few on the benches ago, and we were talking about a picture that Frankie took. That's such a great picture. And I got to share it really quick. This is A picture that was taken at AMPS Nationals a few years back, maybe like back in 2023, I think it was.
Yeah, 2023.
And even Russ was like, wow, you look really young in it. I'm like, I don't know, man. It's only a few years back. I gained a couple more pounds and I fucking got grayer.
You guys were talking and it was getting a little friendly, and I turned around and I snapped.
It's not this one. It's this one. Me sitting on Ashley's lap.
I mean,
I'm staring off into the distance, and there's fucking Ashley with a grin on his face, grabbing my ass. It was a great picture.
He's not grabbing your ass. I can see his hand on your shoulder.
Oh, his hand.
He had just grabbed it and then threw his hand up.
Yeah,
there.
That's a great picture right there. Me and Ashley. Look at that guy, man. Look at Ashley. Look how happy he was.
Yeah.
I had
Rob
to share
has
that
this
picture.
distant, dreamy look. You know, he's like dreaming of a Maya RSO one of these days.
I had to share that.
And don't forget, Ashley's got his eyes closed. He has the smile of satisfaction.
Yeah, exactly. He's in his refractory period, Steve.
That is a great picture, though. Thank you for sending it to me because that was a lot of fun.
No lie though, boys, like that right there is definitely like the best part of going to the shows. Like when Frankie Donati was in before, with doing the round table, running around, kind of doing that thing.
Yeah,
like that's what makes those these events, like the conventions. That's the real point of the convention. The first, second, third, the gold, silver, bronze, the whatever the fuck it is. I mean, it's great to be best in show, and it's great to be like master or whatever. But at the same time, I preach this all the time, and everybody does too. And I think it's kind of like I'm saying everybody knows this, but it's the fucking best, and I love it. And every time I get a chance to hang out with Tooch at MosquitoCon, which Tooch, we're gonna have to do something else other than MosquitoCon, because anyways,
MFCA. I made sure
obviously
my 50th
MFCA
event is not the same weekend as MFCA.
Dude, for sure.
Well, this year it's not. That's for sure.
I agree, Brian.
I got a chance to meet Frank at ODO this year. It was fucking badass, amazing. I didn't get a chance to see Russ. He's up north. I haven't met
briefly.
Come to ArmorCon this year, and you'll see Russ.
Yeah.
I'm thinking. When is ArmorCon? Is it in September?
It's the first weekend.
ArmorCon is the first weekend of October.
Friday, Saturday.
October. Okay.
Yeah, I won't be there.
All right.
Jerry, I'm glad you came in, man. You're new to YouTube, but I'm glad that you're back, man. And if anything, just check out if you're on Facebook, check out the Modeling Insanity Facebook page. We have our Discord. I can't even share it because I don't know how Frankie does it, but October 2nd and 3rd is ArmorCon. But Jerry, you want to get in? I'm going to be in the build room after this. I don't know if anybody's going to be in there, but I might jump in. And I got to get some stuff done a little bit for like an hour or so.
I'll be there early, probably Thursday.
What, ArmorCon?
ArmorCon, yeah.
You're going to go Thursday? What the hell are you going to do Thursday?
I always do. I always get there early.
He wants an extra day away from
You got to settle in, get
We are doing a lot of cool things. ArmorCon, if anybody makes it in October. I don't know if Tooch is going to make it.
Right before that, the weekend prior, I'm doing PatCon.
I would go to PatCon because it would be fucking hysterical if I went there considering the shit that I fucking gave a hard time about touching the models.
There are hurt feelings out there. I know that much, but
hurt feelings about what? I didn't touch the fucking model.
I know you didn't touch.
How can you have a hurt feeling about me,
Rob? Please.
Don't even start.
I'm not starting anything. Listen to me. I'm not escalating. You're escalating. Why do I feel like this is a cop video?
Why are you escalating the situation? Yes.
No. But PatCon is coming up the week prior to that.
Right.
Rob, you should come up. It's amazing. The museum is beautiful.
No, I know.
There's a great exhibit. It's fantastic.
But if I was to show up there, I might get escorted out.
You won't get escorted out. No. You just be yourself.
Brian,
you need to come.
You need to come to Heritage Con.
Bro, I would love to fucking come up to Heritage Con, but right now I'm worried if I leave the country, they won't let me back in. So,
if they let me go back and forth, you should be fine.
I might be able to make Heritage Con next year. Now how everything is, but ArmorCon is cool, right? The Insanity is sponsoring a lot of things at ArmorCon, and sponsoring Best in Show, German Armor. We have 2 specials. We're doing our Kitchen Sink Award that we do every year. Which we give out, the Modeling Insanity Kitchen Sink Award, which goes to the model that we picked that threw everything at their model but the kitchen sink, or everything and the kitchen sink, however it is. We're doing Mr. Blanton. We're doing Best Quarter Scale. We're doing Quarter Scale Madness podcast is doing, which is the Insanity banner too. We're doing Best quarter scale model, and we're doing it this year at ArmorCon, but we're also going to do it at AMPS Nationals. We're doing for the magazine. We're doing Guardline Publications. We're doing the Military Modelcraft International Editors Spotlight Award, and what it is I'm going to have my photo booth up there. I'm going to take pictures of a model that we pick. I'm going to have people help me pick it, and that person's model will be the person who wins that award at that show. Also at the Nationals in Camp Hill, will have a featured article in Military Modelcraft International. They don't have to worry about taking pictures because I'm already going to have taken pictures at the show. So all they have to do is write an article and they get published. I think that's fucking cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
it's very cool.
So that's what we're doing at ArmorCon. That's the first one, and then we're going to do another one. We're going to do it again at AMPS Nationals. So that's where we're at. All right,
So,
Jerry, definitely check it out. Jerry, definitely, okay?
So Rob, I got a question. I got a question for you though on I think it was episode 49 of the podcast. You were talking about spooning with the Podfather.
Oh, I did. I had the Dave was here this past Friday. If anybody saw pictures, we were eating well. We went out. And okay, look at Rob is saying he needs help, Russ. So go help.
That's
him
right.
out.
I got you, Rob. Don't worry.
Bring me some Dragon Pans of threes, Rob. I'll buy them all off your hands. Yeah, Dave Goldfinch was here. I spoke to him last night. He called me up at the bar when he was with the Model Geeks last night at the Nationals.
Well,
but Dave was here. We had a great time. We went out to dinner. Him and my daughter hit it off. They were making Vegemite on fucking bread toast.
Oh no. No.
Listen, you had said something about hanging out with your Podfather or spooning with.
Oh,
your
I spooned him. I
Podfather.
got in there, man. Dave sleeps in the nude.
Yeah.
And I made sure that I was tipped the ass with him in his bed, and I just spooned him up.
But the word you said I was hanging out with my Podfather, and I just wanted to remind you, Rob, he's everyone's Podfather.
No, I
right?
understand that. I understand that he's everybody's Podfather.
I mean,
we
love
for
Dave.
one night, Frank.
Yeah.
He was Rob's Podfather.
Yeah, he was my Podfather. You know what's cool is I think that
Dave cheated on me. Is what he did.
We're gonna do. Well, we're starting the new podcast. We're doing the movie podcast, and we're gonna get that full gear with Whitey, which is gonna be a new show separate from all the. It's not gonna be like After Dark anymore. It's just gonna be a separate podcast. But Dave gave me a gift, and he brought one from Sally. Well, he brought it with him, but the thing that he had, he gave me as a gift. It's like these little microphones that hook up to your thing, and it Bluetooths to your fucking phone.
Oh, wow.
If you have like an iPhone, you could do like GarageBand, and it could be like on-site podcasting. Wow. So he went in my model room after I've been fucking cleaning up down here, so it looked like a bomb went off down here. So we were in my model room, and he was like asking me. We were talking about what's on my bench, my model room, everything. So I think on the next show, or one of his next shows, is gonna be like a little half an hour, off the cuff. Me and him on the bench. So it should be pretty fun.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome.
Dave's a great guy, man. Well, he is the best, man. I mean, what you hear what you hear with us is this is the way we are too. With Brian too on the Built Sideways, those guys are fucking crazy. But Dave Knight, he's with Dave Knight right now. Dave Goldfinch is great to hang out with, man. He's just a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
How many times did he call you a tosser?
A couple of times. He called me a tosser a couple of times. It's we went out I took him to Vincent's, which is over here on Long Island. He loved it. The food was great.
Oh, great place.
Oh yeah, fucking Dave was like in heaven. He's like, this is amazing, this place. Everything you said was spot on. I'm like, hell yeah, man. You know me, I'm never taking to a shitty restaurant. So we pigged out. We ate like fucking champs.
I was trying to sneak into this meeting. By the way, Rob forgot about me, which is fine because he was busy.
I know, I forgot.
Earlier on, I was like, yo, Rob, you got to let me know, but don't let Goldfinch fucking know.
Yeah,
and then I'll just show up at the restaurant and be like, hey,
you,
motherfuckers.
No, I did. I fucked you, man.
No. I was hella busy. I didn't even think about it.
No, I totally
I was like,
screwed
shit. Nah, you didn't.
You know what?
Nobody got screwed.
I don't usually FOMO or whatever, or like, I should have went to the show. I'm not saying that I feel that way with the Nationals. Everybody knows I don't do. Believe it or not, I don't do great with crowds, man. Tooch will tell you. I go to places and begging to get the fuck out of there.
No, I
Yeah,
get
we
it.
walked in the
That's fine.
IPMS Nats last year, and we're not even in the building 5 minutes. It's like, all right, you ready to go? Just like 40 minutes to get there from the hotel.
I'm like, you're trying to keep
No,
a low
Tooch and
profile. He's
I
like,
hang out with
He's like,
Tooch.
Rob, the only way you're going to be able to keep a low profile is to keep your mouth shut. Just don't talk anywhere.
Hey, where did you guys go for your anniversary dinner? Did Tooch buy this time?
We went to Butter.
Oh,
No,
shit.
Tooch was supposed to pick up more than the tab because he owes me money.
I
but-
gave you money.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I paid.
We split the bill.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not like you fucking no time out. All right, so hold on a minute. This is before we get off this thing. It's gonna be full disclosure.
I know we're dragging.
So
Frank
fucking
just down.
Tooch
Poor
pulls
Frank.
this thing where he doesn't have
Frank.
cash. So
No,
we go to shows.
I
and
had
there's been-
cash. I had cash.
Time out. You ran out of cash because you fucking picked up that hooker over there on the fucking corner of that one street, you bastard. No.
Oh my
We're at ArmorCon, I think. Was it ArmorCon?
No,
And-
it was Mosquito Con.
Oh, Mosquito Con. I listen. It's my buddy. I'm never gonna. He pays 2 points over the vig. So the vig is usually 10%. So he pays 2 points over. He owes me $20 above what I owed him. What I gave him. I'm gonna break his legs. Anyway,
what? This
look at
last
it.
year.
Oh yeah, I
you-
bought
you
him
and
that.
me,
He bought that. Yeah, that's what he
Steve?
bought with the.
Oh,
money.
for the kids.
Right.
Yeah.
No, but that's all
Okay.
right. That's your birthday gift. You don't have to pay me back for that.
Nice.
What do you call it? So make a long story
Fucking
short, I go to
goons.
Tooch. I go, I'm putting an order at B&A. I gotta just tell him, and it's obviously because it's overseas, you're paying shipping, might as well make it worth your while. So I just like, listen, I'm gonna see you at our anniversary. Is there something you want? He's like, yeah, I need some stuff. So I got like 2 things in the fucking cart. It's like $50. And then all of a sudden,
that's not the first order. You had more in the first order.
I put this. No. That was the first order, and then I put a second order in, which was another one. So I go to him. I go, listen, Tooch, I'm putting an order in. Do you need anything? He's like, yeah, I think I need something. I'll take a look. And like later on that night, at like 11:30 at night, my fucking phone's going ding, ding, ding. And I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Tooch was drinking beer and shopping.
Yeah, I look at my phone. It's like 7 things he wants from B&A. I'm like, what the fuck? So my order's like $50, and his order's like $150.
It was not. That was the second order. No,
No, it was about you. You had like about 140. It was more than what I had.
$140.
So to make a long story short, so I get it from him, and I bring it. We go out to dinner to Butter, which was great. We had a great time. Food was
Right.
outstanding. We had a great night. I tell him, I go, dude, I got to put another order in because I forgot something. Do you need something else? And he's like, yeah, I'll let you know what I need. What I needed was like $40, and there's fucking Tooch with like this $110 resin Zet. I'm like, this
It was
bastard.
110.
It was $100.
Oh, with shipping.
Well, with shipping, it was 110.
No, it was $30.
It's fucking
There's an
amateur.
import fee now. You got to pay $20
Oh,
before you even do the shipping. So there's
Fuck off.
Santucci.
I just bought a fucking $400 calamity kit with the fucking $100 shipping and $80 fucking import cost. Like,
From where? Where'd you get it from?
They're killing us.
Italy. Italy, yes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, we're
Yeah,
trying to work
I mean,
things
when I
out.
sent that kid out for the auction that we did, I had to fill out paperwork and fucking pay tariffs and shit.
Dude,
And
talk about right. Well, that's funny.
I'm like, I'm
because-
sending it to a friend. Doesn't
Dude,
matter.
I totally lowballed
I know.
the
How
shipping.
fucked is that?
I totally lowballed the shipping with our holiday event, like drastically. Like I'm like, $40, whatever. So like one of the guys, I'm not gonna say his name. Great guy. He lives up in Washington State, in Washington. This isn't fucking Canada. It's fucking Washington.
I know. Just the other side of the country. Yeah.
I was like, all right, this is he's got this many kits, whatever. It's probably gonna be about like $50. Dude, I go to UPS. The guy's like, it's $170 to ship this. I'm like, what? $170?
Wow.
Oh, $150 or whatever. I go, what? He's like, yeah, it's going across the country. I'm like,
Bro, when I helped run OMC, this is I co-hosted this was 2022, right? So not crazy, but not crazy, right?
Yep.
I paid like $160 to ship a model kit to the Philippines. I
Yeah.
paid,
Wow.
like all sorts of stuff. I I was actually, because the original mecha contest is a pretty big thing, kind of, for those people that are in that genre. That's kind of a big thing, and it's a great group. It's a fantastic thing. Jonathan Kaminsky was the guy that started it. I won first year. I came in second the second year by a hair, and then I joined the committee or the crew to help run the thing, because it was like, all right, I don't need to win this anymore. What I need to do is help keep people into it, and let's do this fucking thing and build a community. So, but yeah, as we got into that, I started to share some of this stuff, and I can't even imagine the burden on him. But for me, that burden that year was astronomical. So I can only imagine what now that was. Thankfully, you were able to deliver kits to me, in person. So I didn't have to worry about that.
And that kind of
and even with Russ, Russ and I split we ended up splitting the Battle Gear kit, and then he sent that down with Justin. I picked it up with Justin.
Yeah, there's something that helped.
There was no crazy shit.
I had you need mules, man.
Right, but listen, because we had a lot of it was a lot of stuff we auctioned off. Right, there was a lot of kits, and believe it or not, we took in a decent amount of money, but like $800 or $900 more money that we took in to charity had to go towards shipping because of how much the shipping costs were. I thought one guy lived in Ohio, it was Ontario. So it's it's only $15 to ship there, or $20 to ship. It was like $80 to ship it. I was like, holy shit, and an import fee. I'm like, oh my God. I was like, don't worry about it. I wasn't taking any more money from people. We just took it off the top. So what am I going to do? Yeah. So we know for next year, not next year, this year, when we do it, we'll know that, we know what to expect. All right, we're going to kind of wrap this up. We're going on 2 hours now. Frankie fucking Blanton, man. It's a great show. Frankie Donati came in and, like we said, and did his little cribs tour of the Donkey Punch Villa 3. Poor Rob Tooch. You had to see Rob's face. Oh my God!
Just hearing Donkey Punch Villa. I came up with that.
Dude, they had mountains.
Whatever. You looked miserable when they were walking around. You looked so sad. You look like that puppy dog in the fucking window where people were just playing with you and they just put you back down and walked away. You were just watching them leaving.
I felt that way. I was like, that looks like fun.
Yeah, that was too many people. Do you want to be in a fucking house with some of those guys? There's so much criminals in there.
It looks nice now, but the smell is going to be...
Dude, my God.
The barracks.
I would love to be in that house just to fucking antagonize Jeff Hearn in the middle of the night there.
You would love that. I can see it.
Oh my God. I'll be getting in. I'll be getting in the bed with him under the covers, bro. Just fucking... I'll be put my arm around him while he's sleeping. He would stab me in the chest.
You still have that prop with him.
What happened to Riv? Hearn shot him. What happened? Riv got in the bed with him in the middle of the night.
Can you imagine the stuff that's going to happen at the Ben Harris Hotel next Amps?
Might be worth it though.
Frank, you going to Amps, right? In Canada?
Yeah. We got a bunch of guys from Virginia. Right. We went ahead and got rooms all the way at the back.
Are rooms for rent already for the Amps Nationals?
Yeah.
Did we know about this?
No, I knew they keep us in the dark.
Well, we got to get rooms because we got to go the night before because
you guys are on the fucking e-board and you don't know about the
I'm not on the e-board. I'm co-chair, and I just found out earlier this week we're supposed to have a logo. I'm like, really?
The great thing at the back of the hotel.
The coordinator? Do you want to be
the great thing at the back of the hotel is you're on the parking lot level. You're not around a whole bunch of people, and there's no walls to fall off of. And
like last year,
there's plastic furniture to sit on out there. And everything.
He fell off the wall.
All right, brother.
Okay. 20 minutes earlier, I had to take a piss, so I jumped over the wall to take a piss. And then I wound up leaving, and Frankie jumped over the wall too. But what happened was it was a big drop for me, but it was a smaller drop for him, and he wasn't expecting the smaller drop, and he twisted his fucking ankle.
Yeah, it was 3 feet on the light side, and then I jumped into a dark abyss.
Whatever, that's what it was.
6 or 7 feet.
That was it. He jumped in the larger one, dude. That's fucking hysterical. Yeah. All right, so we got to sign off because people are like, these guys, shut up, please. Guys, we really appreciate everybody being here tonight. This was a fun show. I know some people who were at the IPMS Nationals actually jumped in, like Bill Moore and a couple other people. Tay-Sung came in. You missed him, Tooch. He was in the room for a little bit. Everybody here, we do appreciate everybody being here tonight. We should have a show next week. We'll see. We'll see if we're gonna have one.
Hopefully
We're gonna
on
have
Friday.
We'll do Friday. We're gonna get maybe Kat to come on, show us ships and stuff.
Yeah.
Nice.
I got a notice from HR. We have to have a woman on soon, or we're gonna get shut down. So we'll get.
Oh, so your wife's been talking to you again?
Yes.
Debbie, yeah, she came down before and acted like
Deb came on the show too. It's been a wide variety of people on the show tonight.
Yeah, Deb came down before and said hello. She's all disheveled too.
It's a good show.
This is a fun show. Russ, thank you for coming on, filling in.
My pleasure. Always.
Mr. Denkplow, always a pleasure too. You coming in, Frankie Perone coming in, stepping up.
Glad to be
hanging
here.
out tonight. Always
Hang
fun.
out with all you guys. I'm glad I got to hang out with Tooch for a little while tonight.
Yeah.
Tooch is. I love Tooch. He sends a message. I didn't get a link for the show, and I'm like, dude, you said you weren't coming on.
I got home early.
I wonder if Frankie Donati's got any singles left.
Dude, Donati's there at the strip club right now. They're probably Jeff Hearn's probably dancing like on the table right now.
No, they went to a vegan bar.
Oof. Imagine that. That's a sight to behold. Him and Jose Rodriguez are there, the two of them. Malone. That's a fucking sight to behold, those two at that table.
Oh, my.
Right, Rob?
Yeah. That's a lot of girth.
That's a lot of girth.
It's true. And there's a pond in the back. And then nobody in the neighborhood can complain about them fucking sticking up the pool. They can
Skinny dipping.
They can skinny dip in the
Right.
pond. Come out, they got leeches all over them and shit. Like in Stand By Me.
What did
Stand
Stu
By
have
Me,
to sign
yeah,
a
yeah.
waiver because there's a pond on the property? He had to sign a waiver that he would be responsible for anybody who swam in it and drowned.
Dude, you got to see this fucking house that they're at, dude. It's amazing.
It's really nice. Stu knows how to pick them.
Yeah, but some of those guys are degenerates. They don't deserve to be in a house like that.
Brad showed up today.
Yeah.
Dude,
What, Mike Petty?
He did say degenerate.
Degenerate. Dude, the thing is you got to sleep with one eye open when you got fucking Brad sleeping in that room. The guy's a fucking serial killer.
He'll kill you or paint you green.
Yeah.
Slice you up.
He'll paint you green and then kill you. That's
Yeah.
what he's gonna do.
Poor Brad. This poor guy. I might get hit with defamation with him. All right, guys. We're gonna for the 10th time. I'm gonna sign off. All right. So here we go. So for the Modeling Insanity podcast and TV, I'm Rob Rev with my co-host, Mr. Rob Adams.
Good evening, everyone.
Steve Santucci.
Build what you love what you build.
We got our filling guest here, Mr. Russ Clark.
Take it easy, everybody.
All right, Mr. Frankie Perone.
Have a good night, everyone.
Our good friend Brian Denklow from the Built Sideways podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs.
And our
That's
guest
awesome.
of honor tonight, our good friend and
Mr.
the
the Tank.
fellow, I don't know, fellow what, Frank? Fill it in. Modeler, friend, kilt wearer, scotch drinker, haggis lover.
Yeah, I do like that.
Frankie Blanton.
Good evening, modelers and all the ships at sea.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll definitely should have a show next week. We're going to be recording our episode 51 when Frankie Donati gets back from
IPMS
the show.
Nats.
So we're going to have a good new show. We actually just recorded a quarter scale, so keep an eye out there for that, all right? So we will see you later and catch you on the flip side.
Baba Booey.